Hello and welcome to Bout of Radness, everybody. My name is Will. I am the host. I don't know what I am, but I'm here hanging out, about to play some Call of Cthulhu, everybody. But let's go ahead. You guys know who I am, I think. So let's go ahead and introduce the rest of our cast tonight. We'll start off. Doctor. Give me the news. He's got a bad case of loving you. It's Chuck. Chuck, how are you doing?
Howdy. How's everyone going?
It's going all right. How's the bad case of loving you?
It's clearing up. Got some penicillin for that.
Well, next guy, many of you love him. You know him. He's a big name here for his ubiquitous our unique obsession with socked hands, random holes in walls, and tentacles in magical places. The man, the myth, the legend, it's Alex?
Was not expecting that one, I'll tell you that much.
Right, yeah, neither was I. So,
hey, Alex, can you get that camera any closer?
Yeah, I can actually, because it's detachable here, so we can just get right. Is that good enough for you?
Get all up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
If you do the whole episode like that.
Yeah, you know what? It actually kind of fits with our next guy. He's creepy. He's kooky. He's altogether spooky. It's Wes. Wes Davis.
That was terrifying what you were doing with that camera. It was like found footage. It's like, we have your daughter.
They're gonna find me. They know I'm here.
Y'all, the next cast member is the only cast member who is specifically listed as not at all unbathed. On his bio, it's Tensoon. Let me go ahead and fix this here.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
Yeah? So, everybody, thank you for joining us here tonight. We should have a really good show. But I would like to kind of plug some stuff in for Ain't Slayed Nobody. I guess that is the show we run here, isn't it? We have a really cool Patreon, and there is a lot of cool stuff going on in it right now. We have what is it, Wes? Your backstory for Jeremiah. Was that correct?
That is correct. That's looking like it's going to be a 4-episode arc. There's already 2 out there. If you'd like to go listen to them, they're very funny. And the cast was rounded out by some comics from Dallas that I play with a lot in a group called Sunglow. And they're real funny guys. So it's kind of a more lighthearted, funny episode. But go enjoy it.
And Cup would probably kill me if I didn't plug this next one. It is the Meat Trade, also on Patreon. You guys can find it there. It is run by no other than Scott Dorward, who also made the scenario we're about to play today. He's a wonderful keeper. The cast on there is wonderful. They play very well. There's already some fan art out there, I believe, for it. So it's definitely worth the listen. It's definitely worth joining the Patreon to go ahead and play on that. And everybody, we also have our last episode out, episode 17. It is quite the doozy. It's sort of the Chuck and the Johnny and Father Flint show on that one.
Yeah, but that's fun.
It's a good one. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. But
and don't say last, say latest. We're not all dead yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Latest one. But yeah,
not all dead yet. Oh man,
some of us are partially dead.
Yeah, the next one should be really good, though. The next few episodes, we're kind of winding down the story. It's going to be really, really good. So if you haven't already...
winding up everything else.
Oh, yeah, winding up the story.
Y'all, this next episode is going to be buck wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun.
So...
It's some crazy shit.
Go ahead, please, y'all. If you could spare a moment, give us a subscription. No, subscribe to us on, I think we're on iTunes... or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you guys can find a podcast. It's really worth listening, and please give us some ratings and reviews. It really helps out the show. Yeah, I think that's it. Anybody have anything else I should plug? Anything else? No? No.
If you're in
No?
Dallas,
No?
I'm doing a show in McKinney on June 5th at a place called the Comedy Arena in McKinney. It's a sacrificial improv show. Like 10 players start, 1 player leaves. Should be pretty fun. So if you're up there, grab a ticket. I think it's a 10 o'clock show.
The Chunder Dome.
Chunder Dome.
All right, guys. I think.
All right, that's been fun. I'll catch you guys never.
He's going to end off on a high note. So, without further ado, y'all, let's get into Bout of Radness. No, nobody? Cool.
I thought it was after you played that.
No, it's cool.
It's so hard to top the actual musical sting that I'm intimidated every time it comes up.
I just wanted to lay out on you, you motherfucker.
Perfect.
That used to be an old Bullcast thing, just a contest on laying out on each other, just leave someone hanging.
I love the fact that we've already started infighting and we haven't even gotten started yet. It's just gonna be so good. I'm excited. So
Hold on, Cup wants my camera to be even higher. So
there we go.
Perfect.
All right, stop focusing on the chat.
Gig them.
So last time that we got together and played, the crew started out having just entered Blackwater Creek. They noticed a couple of unique things. They interacted with a little kid who had wormy water in a jar. They interacted with a shopkeep who informed them of a couple of old tales and legends and informed them that some dynamite had been purchased. Then they moved on as it was getting late, and they went to the Jarvie farm. There they met Malcolm and Edith, who graciously opened up their home for them to stay in. Unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot of room available, so Niles and Colin went out to the barn where they slept, while Vincent and Atro took the room upstairs. After a meal and noticing a couple of oddities going around on the farm, the crew went to sleep, only to wake up as a disturbance split the night. If I remember right, for Vincent and Atro, this came in the form of a dream. Oh, nope, I'm incorrect. It was Colin and Vincent. Was that correct? I forget who had the nightmare.
You mean about our moms?
Yes, sir.
I know it happened to me.
I believe it was Atro, as Colin and Atro. But Niles was also woken up as he heard the sound of a heartbeat. Now, he heard this when he first entered the valley, but it echoed and got faster and louder. He kind of had pushed it to the back of his mind, but it became overwhelming, and he woke up. And as these 3 or 4 all woke up, the animals around the farm went crazy. Now, for Vincent and Atro, they heard Jarvie run downstairs to investigate what the heck was going on. And so they, of course, followed him down. Colin and Niles, meanwhile, stayed inside of the barn, but kind of poked their head out. Colin moving up to the top level of the barn, while Niles stayed down the ladder next to the door. And as you all ran out, Atro got accosted by one of the farmhands, who went by Old Pete, who had black gore and black discharge coming out of his eyes and out of his mouth as he screamed in terror and promptly coated Atro in all of this black fluid. As Brutus, the so wonderful half-ton hog, broke through his enclosure and began to chase Jarvie. Now, Brutus was in the middle of a charge when Vincent, in a fit of pure genius or madness, arguments can be made for both, picked up Old Pete and chucked him at the boar. And rolled I believe it was a 1 on that roll, triggering
pretty good.
a bout of radness as old Pete popped like a water balloon, spraying this black ichor like a mist all around the area, completely coating the hog. And that is where we last left off, was Colin and Niles taking shelter, Atro and Vincent having run back inside along with Jarvie, and the sound of old Pete's legs tumbling over as they've been propelled away from the impact point from the force of the explosion.
Cut made a good point. Wait, did we have a Bout of Radness?
Yeah, I got a Bout of Radness for that.
Just as we ended.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So are you currently in a Bout of Radness?
I believe he is, but
I don't think he had gotten a chance to do anything with it yet.
I'm going to say that it carries over into the next day, because basically from here on out, it's more narratively driven. There's not going to be really any
radness.
There's not going to be any radness.
So the whole time you're just wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, no, he's got sunglasses on. It's canon.
Okay. To understand, how does the Bout of Radness work? I know that it's triggered when you do something spectacular, but that's about all I know.
Yeah, so basically, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be underselling this. I think you have like a point where you can is it either get
I thought it was like 3 turns with a bonus die or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
it's either like bonus die, or you can just basically say I succeed and say I succeed. And you have sunglasses. And you have sunglasses on until you use your Bout of Radness.
Mm-hmm.
So he just in story now he has sunglasses. We don't know where he got them, but they're on his head.
They came down from the sky and just went right above.
Right.
All right.
Deal with
Excellent.
In fiction.
You hear Hot for Teachers start up as the sunglasses lower down on the head.
Mm-hmm.
So as the farm quiets down and silence falls, Jarvie kind of pokes his head out and just makes a kind of gasping sound before he picks up his shotgun and walks out. Who all is looking outside right now?
Does being outside count?
Atro and Vincent, you both ran for cover inside of the house.
Oh, for sure.
There.
That's right. I'm behind the door. Okay.
Yep. So you hear Jarvie kind of walk out. What are the two of you doing?
I'll peek out the door, but I'm not going with him.
Okay.
Samesies.
Niles and Colin, do you still have eyes on the situation? What are you doing? I know, Niles, you closed the door to avoid the mist. Colin, are you still watching what's going on?
Yeah, and I mean, it seemed like things kind of calmed down. I'm cautious to say that, but I mean,
did they calm down?
The boar is not going crazy anymore.
Colin, everything okay out there? Relatively
interesting point. Colin, if you wouldn't mind, for those of you with eyes outside, if both of you would mind giving me sanity checks.
Oh, me too?
Anyone who has eyes outside.
I rolled a 36, which is a pass.
Oh, buddy, I got a 98.
All right.
Did mine roll?
Go ahead and
you got a 25.
Is that a critical fumble for you, Colin?
37. That's a.
I have no idea.
Oops.
What's your sanity right now?
60.
Okay, so that's just a regular fail. Excellent. So if everyone who succeeded wouldn't mind losing a point of sanity, Colin, if you wouldn't mind rolling a d4 for me.
Oh, whoops.
Interesting. Niles wants a second sanity roll, I see.
D4.
A d4.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's about my luck.
So
what'd you do? I'm coming back to the window.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So there are a couple of things that strike you as particularly unnerving about this scene. Of course, the first one, and the one that immediately catches your eye, is the remains of old Pete. You can kind of see the remains of his rib cage and his skeleton having been blown almost open in a cartoon. Like, you know, in Bugs Bunny, when he sticks his finger in the barrel and the barrel kind of blows out.
Yeah. Banana peels.
So like that, but with a human body.
Okay.
You want to make a
okay.
podcast, you got to
Yeah.
break a few Pete's.
Yeah, that's true.
There are several pieces of him that aren't readily visible. You cannot see anything from about his upper chest, like about here up. Like all of that is just gone. But you can see like his spine and some of his rib cage blown
So it's like
out.
half a lower half a rib cage and spine, but
And
like
then
everything
the rest
up
of
here,
him-
no collarbones, no arms, no head.
So, Tensoon, let's say, so Niles is going to, so he doesn't, and he's going to assume that like the entire wall got kind of coated.
Mhm.
So he's got to kind of like push it and like pull his hand back, kind of push the door up and pull his hand back so like nothing falls on him.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Now, that is the immediate thing that catches your attention, as you know, the hog was there. But then your eyes are drawn to the hog. And that's when the
As they
true horror of the situation kind of starts to sink in. Because the deal is this is a particularly large animal. And right now you are seeing its skin beginning to come off in folds. There's ichor dripping out of different parts of its pores. And underneath that skin that's kind of just falling away and stripping away, there's this kind of membraney flesh that's kind of pulsing underneath it, almost like veins.
Cool. So Niles opens the door, sees this, and is like, all right, nope, and closes it again.
And that is pulsing not with blood, but with what looks to be like more of that black ichor.
So it's super cool that this stuff is all over me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
But yeah, no, from its nose, it's leaking this black pus. It stopped making boar sounds, like it was squealing, and then it stopped. And as you all looked out before you closed the door, you noticed the pig's head calmly scanning the four of you, noting where each of you were with an almost human-like intelligence. Jarvie
That's some pig.
So we gonna Bout of Radness right there.
You motherfucker. Hang up the call right now.
Jarvie steps out, takes one look at this, goes pale, and then unloads both barrels of his shotgun into the head of this hog.
Should
Did
we
he
roll?
did he have to
should we
roll
roll
for that?
sanity for watching this?
At this point, I think that you're relieved that the pig is dead.
No, I mean like the whole thing of the
We
fold
just
of the
did
skin.
roll sanity,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Yeah,
just-
but that was I thought that was for the exploding person.
that was for the whole scene.
Oh,
Hal doesn't want us to roll sanity.
okay, cool.
Yes, that was for the whole scene. Don't worry, Niles. We'll have more chances to go insane later. I promise. He steps out, tears streaming down his eyes out of fear and terror or out of sadness. You can't be sure. And he puts the pig down. He does not stay standing, but immediately runs over to some bushes near the house before heaving up all what's left of dinner. And he just walks back inside, notes you two, just shakes his head, and immediately walks upstairs. Dead silent.
What's his name again?
Jarvie.
Jarvie. Jarvie, I wanted, if you could, you know what? Can you tell me what the hell is going on here? What the fuck just happened?
He looks at you and doesn't even acknowledge the fact that your voice is completely changed. Doesn't even acknowledge. I mean, he's got that. The only way for me to describe the look on this man's face is when you see war movies and you see the troops coming back, that 1,000-yard stare that my mind is still grappling with what's going on and I can't acknowledge my surroundings type look. That's the look he gives you before he just shakes his head and goes, No. And walks back upstairs.
Hey, I'm talking to you here. We're trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Hey, come back.
You hear the door of the bedroom close.
Vinny, is interested in instantly taking a shower if possible.
That'd be great. I would like to beat him there. If there is only one option, I will fight him for it.
I have a
two
gun
bouts of
drawn
Radness
and I am
scenarios.
going to the shower.
Is this
Two
how
bouts
you're
of
going to
Radness.
use the Bout of Radness? That's a great
Can I wash your back?
You know what? You can.
I like how we've had 2 bouts of Radness and 2 shower scenes.
Tonight on a very special Bout of Radness.
So, you two go to get showered off before you eventually go to bed, I imagine. You hear, as you go upstairs, one which way or the next, you do hear Edith talking quietly and soothingly to Jarvie, just telling stories about back in their youth, talking about the city, talking about traveling, talking about the kids. I mean, just talking as if trying to break him out of whatever state he is in.
Huh.
And so are we all just going to go to bed after all of this?
Is that
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm gonna let you all take control of the house, the main house, and then we'll go to us.
We'll come back to you two in a minute. How are Colin and
Okay.
Niles handling this?
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll go now. So yeah, there was the pig falling. Like me opening the door, pig falls apart, and then I close the door.
Yep. And then you hear the shotgun go off.
I think Niles is going to I don't know if Niles wants to go out anymore. He kind of wants to just stay in the barn. I think he's gonna go up to the top level with Colin and be like, "Hey, buddy, what just happened?"
Yeah, about that.
Did you see what I saw? Was that? Did you hear the heartbeats? Did you?
I don't know anything about a heartbeat, but I'm pretty sure we saw the same thing. Dude got exploded and
A pig
Then
fell
they-
apart.
killed the pig after it started
Yeah.
melting.
Well, what do we do? Do we leave?
I'm
I
gonna.
don't want to be here anymore. I'm not paid enough for this. I'm not paid at all.
I'm actually paying to be here, so
Oh!
Wow, you're in the worst place that I am. That's hard to
yeah.
beat.
no, it sucks.
Do you want to?
I want to see if I can go crash on their couch.
You want to get out of here? I kind of want to leave now.
No, I think I'll be fine on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Is there like a back part of the barn, like another set of doors that I can go through and avoid all the mess?
It's kind of dried and started to flake off now, actually.
The what?
Yeah, the black, for lack of a better word, the black spray. It kind of coated and dripped a little through the door. So you would imagine that you could go out the front if you really wanted to. The only other way that it seems that you could get out would be to climb down from the second story.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so
do
I don't know. It'd be entertaining for me.
Get your dice
Actually,
ready.
now that I think about it,
Let me see what I have. That's just 20.
I don't know enough
Or
about.
jump or climb.
For climb.
What do you have for wall shimmy?
20 for jump also.
But yeah, you could potentially get out without having to encounter the Blackacre.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
My
go
favorite
to the
Iron Maiden
house.
album.
There isn't really a couch so much, but I mean, there's plenty of floor space.
So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Niles. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say on the way over there, is the boar still there? What's the boar look like now?
The boar is very dead. There
Okay.
is a puddle kind of forming around where its head has been caved in by the buckshot. It's a mix of black and red.
Can we make out of pure morbid curiosity? Niles is gonna look at where the pop happened and see if there's anything in that mess. Like basically,
That human effluent.
yeah. What was the cork?
Oh, are you talking about for? Yeah, you're talking about for old Pete.
Yeah.
You really can't tell. You would imagine that the cork was somewhere a little below where his throat starts, based off of the part of him that you.
Oh, but his
can't
head is still
find.
intact.
No, his head's gone. Or you could hunt for the head if you'd like.
I don't know if he's that morbidly curious, but okay.
What about that evidence? You got to get that evidence.
You know what?
You were gonna take some of that.
Is
Are
that-
you forcing
Oh,
like
yeah.
evidence?
insanity on him?
Oh,
Ask
yeah,
it
you're
if it
right.
misappropriated funds.
Yeah, Colin, I feel like you're whispering in my ear this, like, go get the evidence.
You're trying to
You know
find
what?
the pork spending, right?
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Oh,
You're
boo!
right.
Boo for the pig jokes.
This is going to be the rest of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? Colin, you make a good point. I guess. Can we say I have a little vial of something, like a little like thing? And is there a way I can pick up some of this stuff, or
You're gonna take a sample.
I believe you actually put in the Discord a whole reminder that you were going to take the mason, take another mason jar and fill it with this black goo.
That's
So you
right.
now have
yeah.
a ready supply of it.
great? Yeah, well, that's
Cool.
As it's actually leaking out of the bore actively.
actively. It's coming out.
It's like kind of waterfalling itself out.
I didn't
From
expect
where
to hear
it's been
leaking out
taken.
of the bore actively tonight. That caught me off guard.
That's on you, Wes.
I know. I got to do better and remember.
Come
I'm in a
prepared,
board
Wes.
Scenario.
Come
Yeah,
prepared.
you would imagine if you like took the mason jar and just kind of like pushed a little bit, it kind of squirted in there, kind of like pus.
Nice. Those
Hmm.
Dr. Pimple Popper videos.
Gross.
Yeah, only whole
Gross,
hogs,
gross, gross.
hogs sized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll take a sample of that, I guess, from
Yeah, he will.
Are you trying to fill the jar completely? Like
Just
how
just
full
a
are we
little,
going?
not like fully, just like a little, like scoopa it.
Scupa it.
A fist-sized chunk of boar gut.
Fist-sized chunk of black
fist-sized
discharge.
chunk.
He's
Goo.
looking for a
Yeah.
tenderloin, and
He's
he's
gonna-
just gonna take one serving.
Yeah. I want a pork chop worth.
You get you. Wow, this went at exciting places. So yes, you take out one of the two mason
Are
jars.
we becoming architects of our own?
No,
tomorrow
it's
here?
Dirk Nowitzki. Being slayed in the chat.
and you press it into the open, gory wound of this hog.
I'm being careful not to get any of it on my hand.
Oh, I understand completely. I
Oh,
imagine
shit.
you've probably like taken out something and wrapped your hand with it and such.
Mm-hmm.
As
Exactly.
it fills
Thank you.
fills the jar to wherever the heck you want that.
Yeah, we'll
The
get
level to
like
be.
a quarter of a mason jar's worth, or like maybe a third. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
You do notice that it's a bit more viscous than blood. It's a bit
Interesting.
gooier, a bit thicker.
okay, yeah, and then I'm
It's
gonna,
somewhere between tar and blood.
then he's gonna go ahead and close the jar off and go put it in the car. And he'll join Colin in the house.
Okay. You guys are just finding pieces of floor to camp out on?
Sure.
Well, they can. One of them can take my bed because Vinny is not going to bed after what just happened. He
Yeah,
has
I don't think we're going to
found-
bed. I just wanted to meet up with everybody and be like, "Hey guys."
Well,
So
so
that-
Vinny has found a relatively comfortable chair and positioned it to where it is facing the front door from across the room. And
You've got
he
your
is
gun
just-
out?
He is sitting there with his pistol out, and he is just keeping an eye on things.
Is there any
Hey.
alcohol? Because Edro has joined him.
There's whiskey.
Then we're drinking whiskey and watching the front door. That is what we were
You're
doing.
drinking the whiskey?
Yes.
No, Vinny's
All right.
not drinking
It's-
the whiskey because,
Oh.
as we established, he doesn't drink.
I am.
All right.
Mhm.
That's not the same whiskey that we had bought, right? This is their whiskey.
You do find a pot of whiskey kind of shoved into the back.
All right.
All right. Hey guys, what do we do? I have to say this is my first investigation. I've never run into this. I don't know if this is a normal situation when it comes to finding misappropriated funding or whatnot.
All right, Pipsqueak. Listen, I don't know what's going on here. Do we think we're gonna find this professor, or do we need to get out of here?
We're gonna find him. We're gonna go where the explosions were. We're gonna find him, and we're gonna come back. That's it.
Just
Um,
not
All
come
right.
back here.
Where are we gonna go look?
I
Where the
don't
explosions
know
Where the
if
explosions were.
Where the explosions were?
I vote for the bomb site.
Edro's drunk.
No, I got it.
Professor Vincent. Are you okay? You sound a little.
You know what? We're just,
This guy.
Professor Vincent. You can just call me Vinny.
Professor Vincent was my
Look,
father.
Professor Vincent. Let's do away with the artifice here. All right. My name's Vinny. I'm not a professor at Rutgers. I went to Rutgers once, but it's because I had to tune up a couple of students. But I'm just looking for this professor. He owes some money, and I got to get this money from him. I don't give a shit about the rest of this.
Wait, who does he owe money to?
He owes
Where
money
did he
to
get-
my
where did he
boss.
get
That's
that
all
money?
you need to know.
Where did you
No,
get
I
that
need to
money?
know where that money's going.
Get that money.
Well, that's the thing. He ain't got the money. He ain't paid up.
Interesting, and we've run out. He's been getting some extra funding from the school. Interesting. Yeah. If we're coming out, I guess I guess I can say I'm not really employed. I'm not really on the committee. I'm more of a clerk for them. Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you guys.
Well, you know what? We're all doing a little lying. Atro, Colin, you want to tell me what your deal is?
I,
so
for
we
one, am
can all just-
shocked to hear that Niles is not actually on the board. Absolutely.
I know.
floored.
Absolutely shocked.
I know, Colin. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
not
I'm
a
sorry
single
that
coming.
I led you guys astray.
Yeah. We're all very, very upset about your subterfuge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry. So, anybody want to leave? Potentially.
Leave and
You
go
know-
to where the explosions were.
I'm thinking no time like the present. I don't know about you. What's going on here? I got no interest in
Is
sticking
it
around.
still like 4 a.m?
You know, it
It's
probably
does
just
not
is.
about
matter. Let's get the
33 in
hell
the
outta here.
morning, and it is a moonless night, so you'll be navigating completely in the dark.
Well, that car's got headlights.
Mhm.
Oh wait,
You
we
will be
can't drive, can we?
Into the forest.
That's right.
Where there
We
aren't
did wreck
any
a car
roads.
immediately.
Okay, you know what? I'm reconsidering my position. Maybe we hole up here until sun up, and then we go find this professor, and we
We
get
leave it
the
first sign
fuck
of
out
life.
of here.
You know,
Let's go.
Professor Vincent, you I'm just gonna keep on calling you Professor Vincent. Professor Vincent,
Professor Vincent. Yes.
this new you is very much commanding. I like this.
Well, you know what? Somebody's got to take charge of this operation.
Yeah. It's not gonna be me. I've never taken charge.
I
of anything.
don't
Thank
know.
God.
I don't care what you
That's
guys
what
are
I
all
said.
up to. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. We're all stuck in whatever this is, and we are all, I assume, still looking for the professor.
Yes, definitely looking for Professor.
So let's go find this guy come sun up, and then let's hightail it back home and forget any of this ever happened.
I'm for that option.
Agreed.
I can get on board with that. Yes.
Nobody cares, Niles. You're not on
Okay.
the board.
All right. Well,
He just
Thank
wants
you
to be on
guys-
some board.
you guys get some sleep, whatever you want to do. I'm staying watch because there ain't no way some jumped up boar's gonna come in here and bleed black shit all over me.
Hmm.
I ain't going down to sleep. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Okay.
I'm just gonna
Um,
keep drinking.
Atro,
think-
you do you.
I will do that.
I think Niles is gonna kind of sit by the window and kind of look out
Journal.
and journal. Maybe read.
Do
Is there any
of
book?
you-
Are there any books around here?
No.
Okay, cool.
Are
No
any of
library use rolls here.
Are any of you actually attempting to get sleep?
No.
I am. I'm gonna sit at the kitchen table, just like when you would fall asleep in class.
Yep.
Just
Yes. we're
No,
all
Nick.
quite
Niles is
familiar.
actually he's gonna sit by the
You mean-
window and kind of
you went to
listen
class?
for a heartbeat.
yeah, that's where I got sleep.
Oh, okay.
He was in the core. You don't get to sleep.
That-
in your
yeah,
actual
that's right.
dorm.
It's always the thing with the core guys in class. They're always just like head down, drool puddle.
Yeah, and they tell you to sit at the front row, so then you're in front of everybody and you look like an idiot.
Hmm.
All right.
Smell like
Well,
wet dog because of the stupid the dry cleaning.
morning comes. Nothing else happens. It's a quiet night.
Oh, thank
I
God.
do want for Colin, Atro, and Vincent, real quick. Sometime during the night, you all kind of drift away into each of your own respective kind of corners of contemplation. And as you look up, Colin, Atro, and Vincent, if you wouldn't mind letting me know if you have any marks or blemishes or scars of any kind that are visible or invisible or scars you would only know about.
Well, Vinny has a pretty
I feel like we
busted
did
up
this last
nose.
time, didn't we?
Well, I think we talked about it briefly, but
Oh yeah, your nose was fixed. And you could breathe.
Vinny's nose was busted up pretty badly over what we'll just call a rough life.
Mhm.
Okay.
As I said before, it was like Owen Wilson, but not hot.
So, for all three of you, regardless of whether or not you have scars or blemishes, you all look significantly healthier. You practically glow with vitality. If you have any missing hit points, please replace them now. You are at full. In addition, each of you feel phenomenal. It is as if life has been breathed into you. You just are full of energy and happy. It's a good day. Like, those, as we get older as adults, when we wake up and we don't hurt, it's a miracle. You wake
Yes.
up and you don't, and it's not just that you don't hurt, it's that you actually feel physically good, which
Okay.
is a remarkable difference.
And
You are
that
not
feels like what?
exhausted. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
That's why this is a pretend game.
I don't know about you fellas, but I feel like a dog with two dicks over here. Let's get going.
Meanwhile, Niles, out of all four of you, Niles, you do not feel good. You are exhausted, and you are surrounded by people who look like they are the happiest they felt in years.
Are you guys sure? I mean, I could use some coffee.
This is the best day of my life.
That whiskey's really going to your head, isn't it? Huh?
I am not drunk.
You are as sober as you've ever been, Atra.
I feel
dang.
fucking sharp. Niles.
That whiskey.
I like the little
Niles.
head.
Beckett.
Wasn't that whiskey? Niles is gonna go look in the whiskey.
you,
Is like,
Niles.
is there anything in that whiskey? And it just looks, it's just whiskey. Huh?
Take
All
the
right.
whiskey. I'm done drinking.
Hey, we ain't
personally.
all
I
drinking
feel
whiskey
fucking
over
great.
here. Some of us are just feeling great.
This place is restorative.
All right.
Open a smile.
I think I'm gonna summer here.
All right.
That's a damn good idea. Let's get the families together.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. We'll play some.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
play
do
some
badminton
badminton.
and yeah,
Oh my god, we both said badminton.
yeah, a little croquet.
Okay.
Weird.
Yes,
that is
yes.
that is the weirdest thing that's ever had on
It's a
happened
family.
on this
It's a
podcast.
family yard game. You're having a good time.
All right. Well,
All
Some
right.
bocce ball.
so we're not leaving anymore. Is that what's going on?
No, we're still going.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to roll now. I'm just waiting for the sun to come up because
Oh,
boars.
I thought the
and all
sun
that.
was up.
Oh, is the sun up? Well, then, yeah. Sorry,
Let's
I
do
haven't
it.
been paying attention.
Even better.
Let's do
So
this.
So
Sunday-
we went
Sunday's
from
coming up.
midnight, like we're leaving now, to like you feel great in the morning. We're just going. Okay.
Hell yeah!
All right. Well, all
We're
right.
even now.
So
That's-
you guys hop back into the car.
Okay. Well,
Well, it
I
sounds
guess
like we have
You
to go
only
into
see
the.
the negative
I don't-
shit.
I don't want to be here alone, so I'll go.
Have you read The Secret?
So you know that the professor followed the path of the dry creek. So how are you going about navigating?
So you said the car would not go that way, right?
No, you could park it over by the bridge, which you drove across to get into town, and then walk along the creek bed to get up
Yeah,
to.
then I think we should do that, right?
Mhm.
I'm driving, no questions. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
And
All
so
right.
we did.
All right, so you drive back through. The crack of dawn is putting it lightly. The sun is just rising as you guys drive back. Light is just starting to illuminate the valley. As you drive, you park over again by where you found the original dig site and get out of the car. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are walking up the dry creek bed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So you guys begin to walk as life kind of comes to life around you. Or actually, that's interesting. Can you give me spot hidden rolls, please?
What the?
Damn. Hell yeah.
Well, that's a D20.
I did
So,
not pass.
Alex.
My bad.
Wrong game, Alex.
Shut up.
Alex, is that a
hard
success?
success.
35. That is where did it go? That's a regular success.
Vinny ain't seen shit.
Vinny is focused on the road.
Well, Vinny, you're all on foot now,
Oh,
and as you're walking,
He's still focused on the road.
I'm still looking at the road.
Damn it! This dry creek bed. We gotta focus on it. But as you guys are walking along, for the three of you that succeeded, you do immediately notice something interesting. This is the middle of backwoods, Massachusetts. You're in a forested area. You're outside of any really heavily populated area. You do not hear a single sound of wildlife whatsoever. It is dead silent as you walk along this dry creek bed, which is now inside of a forest. So there are trees to the left and to the right of you. You can actually see some of the roots kind of sticking down and coiling out into the dry creek bed itself.
Real fast before we leave the car, what does the mason jar of black goo look like in the morning?
It looks like slimy black goo.
Also, I still have my jar of water.
You do.
Just with
with the white flecks in it.
right.
But yeah, it looks like black tarry blood.
Great. That stays in the car.
Probably for the best. So you all continue to walk up. You begin to notice this happened. Who got the hard spot hidden?
Atro and Niles.
Excellent. All right, so for Atro and Niles in specific, you both notice something else. You're now in there, and there are two things that both of you notice almost simultaneously. The first is that there's a blood trail that leads kind of up along the edge of the bank.
Okay.
The second, and the more... Oh, I don't know. That's for your interpretation. The trees around you are creaking as if in a wind. There isn't a wind that you feel currently blowing through the valley.
All right. That gives Niles two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are the trees moving? And where is this blood going again? It's going...
It's going up kind of on your left. It's going up and into the trees, into the thicket.
Okay.
There's a good question in the chat from the Ain't Slate account. Is this like the stuff in Ghostbusters 2? I need that confirmed.
Are you?
Is it blood, or is it like bad feelings, or is it plasma? Like, what is it?
Are you talking about the stuff on the ground, or are you talking about the stuff in the jar?
No, the stuff on the ground. You said there was like a river flowing.
No, it is very much blood.
It's absolute literal blood. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not flowing. It's a trail.
Yeah, it looks to be old.
Okay.
It
looks old. Okay.
It's what blood looks like when it's dried and it's kind of like flaking, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it probably hasn't rained here in a while because of the dry creek here.
Mm-hmm.
How can I tell how old? Would I know that?
Can you give me a medicine roll? Or a natural world?
No, but okay.
Oh yeah, really,
not quite a fumble, but not great.
It's hard to see. It's the light's still coming up. You'd probably have to get closer in order to really confirm what you're thinking and that it's of some age. You definitely have to get over and investigate it if you prefer.
So, Vinny, can you come take a look at this? I feel like you have an understanding of blood, given your background. Do we follow this?
Follow the blood?
Yeah.
Up the trees? It's going up the trees, right?
It's not up the trees.
It's going in
the trees.
Into the forest.
You have as you failed your spot hidden, you didn't even notice it until they're calling it out. Now you're just now seeing it.
It's it looks like it's pretty old. How long has it been since we saw the professor again? Somebody remind me because I didn't write it down.
3 months.
3 months.
It's been 3
1 week since you looked at me.
1 week. God damn it.
This I would say this potentially could be Professor Blood, but it's hard to say.
Does Professor Blood have a different hue to it? Or...
it does. All right, shut your face.
I'm just curious.
All the specs have their own spectacles.
Anyways, so if I look into the forest, the trees, that are moving but not, what am I seeing in there? Can I look deeper in?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
I should have been somebody else. I have terrible spot hidden.
I don't know. I prefer that you fail this, so
Oh, you're rolling 4 dice again.
Heyo.
And here we go.
God damn it. And that's how we all died.
That is a critical fumble. So, Niles,
Can I? Should I push? No. I should just let it happen, shouldn't I?
Yeah, no, let it happen.
Okay, fine.
We're all gonna die. It might as well be your fault.
Okay.
So, Niles, your curiosity gets the better of you, and you walk up closer. Basically, up. So the way this creek bed kind of runs is,
Vinny, how do you know? How do you know this is Professor Blood? I'm just gonna keep on following it.
is it's flat, and then it kind of has that curved sides from as the water has been flowing or used to flow through it, has kind of carved away at it into almost sheer sides. But they're not particularly deep. So you walk over, and it doesn't take you long to get to the edge of it. And you're following along, just kind of like walking almost nose to the ground. And you get over to the edge, and you put your hand on the edge. And Vinny, you're looking over at him as he goes, "It's not how are you sure?" And that's when a branch comes down and scoops Niles up into the air.
Yeah.
Some Wizard of Oz shit going on here.
The tree picked him up.
Yeah, and at this point,
Sucks.
three things immediately become apparent to the four of you. The first thing is that in addition to the creaking, there's a cracking sound that is kind of filling the air. The second is that you hear the soft rumbling sound as if ground is being moved. And if you look behind you, you notice that there are roots that are coming up out of the ground and moving towards you from the way that you came.
This is how we get ants.
The third thing is that the two trees immediately to your left and your right are moving in ways that aren't entirely natural. And
Any way a tree moves like this is not entirely natural.
They're
Sir.
making like trees and
fact,
leafing. Yeah.
As you guys kind of look to your left and your right, the bark is coming off and cracking in places as they move unnaturally.
Yeah.
And you can see this black pulse underneath the tree where like the inside of the tree would normally be, where wood would normally be.
Do we still feel fucking awesome?
Well, you do feel awesome as, you know, all of the trees around you come to life. I do need sanity rolls, so let's start there.
That's fine.
I would assume I would need to roll sanity as I'm being picked up by a tree.
Nah, I failed.
I barely passed mine.
I failed. I feel like I would fail.
Nope.
So this one makes sense.
All right,
What do you
are those three fails and a success?
Mm-hmm. What do you need
Nice.
for a fail?
Can you guys who failed give me D8s?
Just sure, why not?
Okay.
Wow.
Hey,
Holy
yeah.
crap!
All right, I'm gonna get
Oh
an
my
8.
gosh.
I'm gonna get an 8. Watch this.
Oh, that's exciting.
Not good.
Okay.
I rolled. Wait,
Taking it down to 56.
I'll say 2.
51.
Whoever succeeded, you only lose 1 point.
Oh, cool.
All right, so
Why am I not
Alex,
losing more?
let's talk about Colin for a second here.
Hit me with it.
Can
Wait.
Colin give me an idea roll,
An idea roll.
an intelligence check?
So I'm just hanging in the air right now. Cool.
This is
We'll
all
get to
happening simultaneously. Don't worry, stuff's about to happen to you.
I wasn't worried. I was worried. I was worried things were gonna happen to me.
Okay.
You're just in limbo.
Was that
for
a
the rest of-
failure? Is that a failure?
Yeah.
Colin?
Can I use luck?
You want to fail this one?
Okay.
Have you ever
Yeah.
had a bout of madness before?
You're gonna.
Several months ago. It's a long story.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So when you roll 5 or more, when you lose 5 or more sanity in a single instance, I ask for an intelligence check.
Oh,
This is the one time that you want
Whether or
to
not you
fail.
understand what's happening.
Whether or not you, so your mind has managed to insulate itself enough. You are rationalizing what's going on around you. Like that is what you are doing right now in order to basically not go nuts.
Alex is familiar with the concept.
Yeah.
So, let's first get started. I do need dexterity from all of you as we find out who goes first. So,
And Will is not dead yet.
No. As in, what's your base dex?
Oh,
My dex is 70.
I'm 40.
I have 40 also.
I have 65.
So it goes Vinny, Atro, and then Colin and Niles.
Okay, Atro, you said 60 what?
5.
Okay, and Colin was also 40. Excellent. So this is going to be exciting. So the first thing is, of course, Vincent, you have to go first. So what are you doing? You noticed that, for lack of a better word, the roots kind of coming out of the walls and up behind you. You can see, and they're very much moving and very much alive. You see your friend. He's only about 3 or 4 feet up off of the ground currently.
Whoa, friend.
You currently see Niles. I'm
Colleague.
so sorry.
Wow.
You've currently seen Niles.
Yeah,
he's got a branch wrapped around him, and he's up
Professor
about 3 or 4 feet
Vincent,
in the air.
help!
You could very much reach him if you wanted. Yeah. So what are you doing?
I can reach him.
You can.
Would you say that I'm surrounded by these things? Whatever this is.
So you've got the 2 immediately to your left and your right. If you move to one side or the others can't reach you. And then there's space along the bank. So you could potentially, if you ran forward, it wouldn't particularly be difficult to move around them. But moving back may be a bit of an exciting adventure, as those roots seem to be very active.
So I need to push forward. In pushing forward, can I attempt to grab Niles's leg and yank him back down? I'm a strong fella.
You could. It'd be a contested strength roll.
Yeah, I'm okay with accidentally ripping him in half, so
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll go ahead and do that then. I got a 79,
Oh.
which is a pass, but it's not as good as your 42 that you rolled.
But it doesn't matter. It's a pass versus a pass.
Oh,
Give me a second. So
Will's
Vinny,
mad.
I've got a 39 and a 42 on my screen, and then a 79. Did you roll twice?
the 39 was for something else. That was when I rolled Sanity, I think.
Oh no, that was he accidentally rolled Dex.
Oh yeah, I
He
rolled Dex.
4 Dex.
I
That's what it
rolled
was.
for Dex. You
Okay.
just needed my number.
This is not where I'd like death to happen, so we will.
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
It happens. It happens.
That is true. So right now you're basically playing tug of war with this thing.
Is this going to be like Shaun of the Dead, where I rip his leg off and then start beating the trees away with his leg?
So as of right
like
now,
that.
actually, the tree is not actually making any headway. You are keeping the branch at bay, as it also rolled a regular success. So it's not able to lift him higher, but at the same time, you're not able to pull him down currently.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Atro, what are you doing?
Okay. I think I'm a little behind them because Vincent went up to go inspect the blood.
Or Niles went up to inspect the blood.
Well, I thought
Vincent was
Vincent
a
went
little
with
way
him.
off.
Okay.
And then you and Colin were bringing up the rear, is the way that I imagine.
Let's see. Atro feels great,
Yes.
right? And he's kind of liking the idea of being able to go find his stepdad and like rescue him from whatever this demonic shit is.
Yep.
And I think he's going to try to rescue Niles.
All right. So do you want to go and help?
Against
Robin
all odds,
Hood?
we're coming to your aid.
So Atro, are you going to move up and actually assist Vincent?
What Atro is going to do
Mm-hmm.
is run towards the situation and jump for Niles's leg and help give a even bigger yank. to maybe try to pull him
Be
out.
careful! Be careful! Be careful!
Vincent and Atro, can you list off your strengths for me, please?
Mine is 80.
Oh, that's good. Minus 60.
Add them together, and then one of you roll that strength roll for me.
I got
please.
this.
Okay, go for it.
180. 60,
I rolled a
140.
6.
Yes!
All
A 6
right.
against a 140?
So
I feel like
yeah,
that's
that is
an
extreme
success. I don't know
success.
math. Oh, right. Versus
This is where we
versus
decorated
my
the forest with
regular
Niles'
success.
intestines.
So, Vincent, you're holding him tight, and Atro comes up and basically Niles has got his the way that I'm imagining this scene, Niles has got his arms up like this. The branch is around his upper torso. You've got his legs and are just got him stretched, so he's stretched tight between the branch and you. And Atro just comes up and tackles Niles and slips him out of the branch. Niles, you're skinned a little bit, but
anybody can anybody crack their knuckles to give us a sound effect of what my back sounds like? Yep, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, a little nice chiropractic. Oh my god, I actually feel. Wow, I feel wonderful. Wow, what did y'all do?
And you three kind of crash to the ground.
Sure.
Still near the flailing of this tree, but not quite. However, there are now 3 targets for it. Yeah, it's going to try and do that. So now... Yep. That branch that has been broken away from is kind of leaking this black tar down from the cracks of it. And it kind of bends down to swing at... say Vincent, Atro, and Niles. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this will be fun.
This is some real Final Fantasy shit here.
Really
Fighting
is,
trees
isn't
in the woods. I like it.
Mhm.
Wow, it's coming at you again, Niles. It really
Lucky day.
badly wants to get a hold of you. Let's see how good of a job it does. Would you like to dodge or fight back as it attempts this?
Sure. I will. Let me look at how good I am at the whole dodging thing. Not great. How about fighting back? Also, not my specialty. I'll
Hell
go
of an
ahead.
officer.
I'll go ahead and say, let's dodge. That sounds more in character.
All right. I like it.
That's not gonna work.
Oh. So, Atro, this is the
Yikes.
most beautiful tackle. And he comes free. And while you and Vince ended up on the ground, Niles kind of lands on his feet just a little bit and goes, "Oh, hey!"
My back feels better.
Before that branch wraps around him again. But he's still very much on the ground. Colin, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh gosh, I wish I had like something to, like an axe or something. Well, I would like to applaud the effort of my colleagues first of all, because that was a fantastic effort. I guess try and pull Niles out somehow.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
Colin,
we might as well.
All right. Go for it, Colin.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
Yikes.
Welp.
So
Well, he's
Niles
Will
is now
we tried.
moving up into the sky, as that's an extreme success on my part.
Great. Wonderful. So, Niles, it's.
But
wonderful
speaking of
character.
which, Niles, it's your turn.
And
I
that's
like
a
this
wrap on
backseat
Niles.
driver in the comp.
So, how many? Is there a way I can like wriggle my way out of this?
Yes. You could give me
A wriggle.
It's honestly, if you want to make enough space for you to slip out of this branch, you need to roll me as a contested strength roll.
His name is Mr. Wriggles.
That's right.
Let me think of another way. Can I use some history knowledge? No. Fuck.
It'd be great if you could make that work.
There's no library use I can reuse here.
Roll for extreme sweat that just
Extreme sweat.
Flop sweat.
extreme
when you fail,
archaeology
Gatorade
check.
comes and saves you.
All right, great. Yeah, sure. At 35 for strength, let's do it.
All right, go
Mr.
for
Wriggles isn't dead. Is Mr. Wriggles dead?
No, Mr. Wriggles.
Nope.
No.
Nope. You know what? Can I go ahead and use luck to make that a success?
it. You can.
Cool. I'll use 29 luck. Oh, whoops. Which will mean so everybody can see I have 45. What's 45 minus? It's 6. I'm at 16 now.
But you do manage to slip free.
Yay!
And fall back to the ground as the branch once again lifts you up. This is a very frustrated tree, I gotta tell you. However, in addition, I would like to say that Niles, as you kind of started to wiggle, you momentarily looked up and you figured out where the blood trail came from. As you look up at the desiccated carcass of a deer that is currently hanging and entangled in the tree, and as you
It's
look up,
not Professor Blood.
as you look up, you actually notice that there are.
What am I, a hematologist? Next time, bring a vascular surgeon.
You see the branches that are kind of congregated around this tree, this deer carcass, and you can see where bits of the branch have kind of entered and slithered into the carcass, and it is basically been drained of all blood. And as you look down, as you kind of fall, you see the head that's been torn clean off. And it's been rolled off a little ways away from where you land on your feet.
Cool. Is that any sort of sanity roll, or is that just?
No, I imagine that at this point, you've paid for your sanity. So on the
Hey, did the professor have horns?
up for debate.
No.
In any case,
yes, he did. I had his class.
Did I wait? I'm sorry. Did I take any damage for the professor? You didn't give us homework. Did I take any? Also, did I take any damage for getting hit?
No, it was busy trying to pick you up,
Oh, okay, cool.
not trying to hit you.
Okay,
Believe me,
cool.
you would have known it if it had tried to hit you.
Cool.
So back to the top of the round. It's Vincent. What are you doing? Niles is free.
Niles is free. I feel like mission accomplished there.
Is it
the
time
fuck
to
out.
run?
Do I have a path? I guess forward is the way to run, right?
Yes. Forward is the only way to go. It
Then
appears.
I am a running.
All right.
I was running.
Which apparently is towards your destination anyway.
How convenient.
So as you run, you hear that cracking and the breaking of bark around you, almost echoing like gunshots through the trees and through the forest. Atro, it's your turn. Are you following Vincent's lead?
You bet your ass. We are
Good.
running. We're running.
Sure, you don't want to stay and study the trees.
No.
Yeah, you write a paper about them trees, Niles.
You damn tree hugger.
One last shot. Wow, it really horrifically failed at that. It reaches down one last time, Niles, as you are the closest person to it, and misses. I mean, it's so confused. It's never had prey fight this hard before. And Colin and Niles, I imagine that you are taking off in the same direction.
This is simultaneously. I've never
Yes.
felt this good about myself. Like people have never cared about me, and like I've never won a fight. So this is simultaneously Niles' best and worst day.
Perfect. You're sleep deprived, and now a tree has tried to eat you and take your head off.
But,
Yes,
but at
we're
the
all
same
very
time,
happy for you, Niles.
at the same time, Niles has friends.
Niles is developing a sense of resilience and a support.
Again, I would
really
like
branching
to
out.
discuss the term friends, but not right now.
It's okay, Vinny. No, thank you so much. You're my friend too. As
Niles, it's acquaintance is a good term.
That's as close as anybody's ever been to me, so that's okay. I will deal with acquaintance. I will.
I prefer the term tree fodder.
You guys continue to run up the dry creek bed. And ahead of you, you notice something interesting. The kids clearly were not bullshitting you, as there is, in fact, a dam ahead of you.
Damn.
Damn.
A dam. Quite literally.
A damn.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn, there's a
Is there
dam.
a damn bathroom or
Some,
a
busy
damn
beavers.
dining hall?
So ahead of you,
You can get
you're
some
very
damn
certain
food.
this did not come about as because of beavers. There obviously are pieces of wood, but there's also pieces of metal and surrogate and pieces of rusted iron.
What
All
was that
kind of-
second word? Surrogate?
What is it? It's like aluminum siding.
They're single
Okay.
serve coffee.
Corrugated steel.
Corrugate.
Corrugated.
Oh, okay. I still would have known, but okay. I think I understand.
Corrugated. So I just mispronounced it.
No, I wasn't. I was going after your pronunciation. I'm just stupid. So that's cool.
Oh, okay. Got it.
At least
So,
you can admit it.
You guys are continuing to run up, and that is what you see ahead of you. There is a little bit of space, but it looks like the only way forward is to basically climb up this thing and kind of move past it.
How much climb are we talking?
You could probably get a decent boost off of somebody. It would be basically you being kind of lifted up and then crawling onto it. It looks like a relatively ramshackle but sturdy affair. It's not professionally built in any way, shape, or form, but it's there. The trees are very much alive around you. And
I have a question about the trees. Are they walking?
they are not.
Okay.
So they are very much stationary. I wish they were walking, but no.
I think that Vinny is going to try and climb up this dam.
Okay.
Before I say that, let me check climb. Oh, that's not good.
Does this dam look climbable? What's like? Is there water? Is the water down there?
The water has not been a great thing
it's
for us.
It's very well sealed, actually.
So-
you could very much attempt to climb it. Are you getting help from anybody?
I would need it.
I was asking, like, is there like a stream of water coming out from it, or no?
Little leak, but it's down towards the bottom of it, away from you all.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Can I get a worm? I'm kidding.
I'm looking at my skills, seeing if there's something that could possibly apply. Can I intimidate this dam?
Wait,
yes, you may
Dog shit
intimidate
into the dam.
You may
How the
scream at it
hell-
to make it allow you to go up it.
How the hell did the kids get through the trees?
They're small.
Yeah, that looks like a real good deal
Smaller
there.
targets.
Anybody want to give me a boost here?
Sure.
Hey, Niles, I maybe saved your ass back there. Why don't you give me a boost?
Okay. You're the one who wants the boost from me. Okay.
Yep, that's right.
Who all is helping Vinny get up the side of the dam? Is it
Well,
just Niles?
he asked for Niles, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna let.
I'll
I'm gonna
go
let
ahead
him-
and I'll
Yeah.
do it.
I like it.
I'm
Yeah.
hanging back.
Yeah.
It was a request.
So Vinny,
If Niles
you
is
get-
good at it, I'm going to ask him to help
So
me.
you want me to strength roll help?
No, I will say that Niles is good enough at making himself an obstacle for other people to step on.
He just called you a doormat.
Ouch.
So Vinny,
Ouch.
you can in fact get a bonus die on your climb roll.
Okay. So here's my climb roll.
Oh, here, let
That's
me.
a 26.
There you go. I'm really bad at
I
Big
this.
believe base
luck.
is 20, right?
Base is 20, so I roll an
Spend,
additional d10 for my bonus die.
We'll just take the 10.
That's a
A
96.
6. No. It's not a 9 because you rolled 2d10.
Oh, I
it's a
rolled
60.
2d10.
Yeah, right.
So
So
would
it's
you
a
like to
6.
spend? Would you like to spend 6 luck?
I would like to spend 6 luck.
Do it.
All right. So Vinny, you, with the help of Niles and a little bit of luck, get up on top of this.
He just kind of his last step kind of like kicks me in the face to go up.
Oh well, you're used to that too. And you climb on top of the dam. As you get up there, the water on the other side is about 3 or 4 feet below you. To give you an idea, so this is actually a little bit taller than it would need to be.
Below me.
Yeah. And there are a couple of things that you notice. The first thing is that there is something in the water that's it looks for all the world like a stingray. If you saw the stingray from the top down without the tail, just kind of like this flowy form that seems to be moving along the bottom of the water. You do notice bits and flecks of this white thing also floating in there. The second thing you notice is that the water itself is very still, and it has this almost metallic sheen to it, and in a kind of film that seems to be just like kind of spread across it, almost just like a glaze. The third is that you notice 2 troughs or irrigation lines that have actually been dug and moving out to the east from this kind of pseudo lake that's been made that is siphoning water away from this area. And there's a kind of like a meadow that those lines go through.
Okay.
What do you see up there?
Well, there's some of that, warm water up here. You all recall. And there's a creature in here. I'm not a marine biologist, despite anything I may have said in the past. I don't even recall.
Your history.
Sure. I was a history professor.
That was your lie.
That said, this does not appear to be native, to say the least.
You do hear the sound of ground being broken up as if clay is being ripped apart coming up the creek bed.
That's good.
I do feel
us?
like maybe
Yes.
we probably should get moving regardless.
Atro, runs, and as Niles is still established from getting Vincent up, Atro runs and springs off Niles's leg and jumps
Is
into the
Vincent
dam.
trying to help Atro up as well?
Yes,
go
he
right
will
over
attempt to grab his hand.
Okay, so Atro, give me a climb roll. What I'm really interested in is a fumble at this point.
That's gonna happen too.
You're basically getting pulled in by not one but 2 sources that are helping you up. Colin, if you're trying to do the same, and Niles, if you're trying to do the same, all you really need to do is give me a climb roll, and let's see if you get a fumble or not.
Colin,
Okay.
you know what? You just might as well. Here's my leg.
I failed.
No, you made it up. You didn't.
Just
fumble.
don't fumble.
Right.
Is what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep, and Alex, you made it up.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Niles, if you would,
While this is all happening, can I see what the sound is that is ripping up behind us?
you see those same roots seeming to kind of move up. They're not from the same trees, but you imagine they're from trees that are again along the bank that have kind of sensed the fact that you're there and are probing for potential meals.
Fun.
It's got a Tremors vibe. to
Anybody
it.
help? Help.
Yeah. We're helping you. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Alright, what do I roll?
Niles, just give me a climb roll and just don't critically fumble. Not much to ask, right? Oh.
You would think that wouldn't be too much.
All right, but all four of you are up there. Can all of you give me luck rolls as you climb up and get on top of the
Oh
dam?
boy, do I have a bunch of that to spend?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh no!
Can I use
Oh
it?
wait, no, I got
find
it.
my
I
luck.
passed mine.
You cannot spend
Oh.
luck on a luck roll.
I'm
Where
kidding.
is
There we
luck
go.
in the roll 20 sheet?
Top
It's
right.
below the word Call of Cthulhu. Oh, in the roll 20 sheet. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
'Cause
is
it's not there.
It is next to power. It's a top row of things to the far right.
Oh shit! Thank you.
Okay, so the only person that failed was Niles. That's about
Great.
what I expected. So the rest of you got up there and you kind of lifted up so that all that Vinny had to do was kind of like pull you up the last few inches. Niles, you jumped up and you had both Colin and Atro and Vincent all pulling you up in a bit of haste. And as your foot landed on this ramshackle dam, it slips out from under you, and you crash headfirst into the water below.
Rip.
Welp,
So Niles, you were in the water.
we wasted our good rolls saving you.
And yeah, so what are you guys doing? Niles, you're currently in
I'm
this.
getting the fuck out.
Hey, how are you doing that?
Pushing my. I'm guessing there's like a bank.
Yeah, you could definitely swim to it. As
I'm like in the water. I'm like.
oh yeah, no.
submerged in the
You
water?
are completely submerged.
you are
I went
Is
for a
he
swim,
in the-
pal.
Is he in the white flex water?
Yes.
Okay, he's fucking dead.
I'm not messing with that.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess I'm gonna try to.
Are any of you
Swim
trying
out.
to kind of like grab him and pull him out, or
Vincent
what's
is-
he doing?
flex water, the shit. that
Vincent
eats
is
stuff?
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, no. It's the white flex water.
No.
No.
Nope.
We are absolutely not helping.
Oh, Niles, that's
you
a bummer.
see them
He
all
has
just
that
kinda
like
bad,
that.
bro.
Oh shit!
No, wait.
Back up.
Wait, this is all made out of like sticks and detritus and shit, right? This dam.
The dam, yeah.
I'm gonna find like a branch or something or a piece of angle iron or something, and I'm gonna stick it out there to see if he can grab onto
Yep.
it. But I am absolutely not touching that water.
Give me a luck roll to see
Sure.
if you can pull something off of this dam without
Without destroying
damaging.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Good
it's
news,
not
fellas!
worth
I
it.
destroyed the dam.
Maybe it's not worth it.
yes! This is about to get much more exciting.
Uh,
All right.
We dead.
Usually, we're lighting stuff on fire. We're
This
not
is
Now we're
new.
gonna douse
You're
it.
right.
The opposite.
destroying things with water.
I like that I failed this with a 69. That I
That is nice.
appreciate that.
Would you like to automatically succeed at this with your
Oh,
Bout of
yeah.
Radness?
I want to pull the Bout of Radness,
Take your sunglasses. Take your
and I'm gonna
sunglasses
reach
off.
into the. He's gonna
Dude.
reach into the dam.
Describe at the sunglasses.
And
Yeah,
yes,
You're
yes.
gonna use the sunglasses to pull them out.
I'm gonna pull the sunglasses off. I'm gonna look directly at the camera and go, yeah. And then I'm gonna reach down into the dam and just pull the first thing I grab, and it happens to be a broken piece of a ladder. And I'm just gonna hold it out into the water.
Perfect. Niles, you've got a piece of ladder that has been extended to you like a damn lifeline.
Like a damn lifeline.
Keepers in a Bout of Radness.
All right. I imagine that Niles climbs as quickly as he can out. You
Do I
do
need to roll
notice.
anything or just
No, you can get out.
It's a
and
ladder,
back up onto the
son.
dam. You don't have to
Great.
roll.
how's my skin?
So we're going to talk about that in just a second.
Valid question.
So the first thing that we want to talk about is that thing that you guys saw in the water, the weird shapeless mass of white bullcrap. It definitely changed directions and began moving towards you at speed. The minute
that's
you hit
bad.
the water.
Hey,
The second thing,
Dun-dun.
though, of a more immediate concern is the fact that your entire skin is burning. And as you guys watch, you guys actually notice that there are these little white flecks that he kind of comes covered in as he comes out on whatever exposed skin that he's got.
I don't want to be a worm. I don't want to be a worm.
First the mold and now this.
The burns are starting to actually spread as you watch as these little white flecks kind of burrow into his flesh.
Can I try to brush them off as I get out of the water?
How are you with your hands that are also exposed?
Yeah, I don't know how else I would do this.
Are any of you helping him with any? No, you're just watching.
I'm stepping backward.
Throw a handkerchief at him or something.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna take my coat off and just throw it to him. I'm not touching him. Don't get me wrong.
However,
I want to stop, drop, and roll on the ground. The dust.
Well, you're not on the ground.
You're on the dam.
You could walk along until you get to kind of like this meadowy area that's on the other side.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a dirt or something around us, but
We're on the dam.
No, you are
we're
on the dam.
on the dam. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I will use that coat to kind of like rub the stuff off of me, I guess.
It's made of terry cloth. I have a weird coat.
You attempt to. He looks for all the world like he's got chickenpox now, as the burns kind of cause these small little welts to show up all over him, all over his body. In addition, you are getting a little itchy, Niles. As you begin to scratch kind of almost absent-mindedly at a spot on your hand, this black ichor kind of leaks out of one of these little...
Do I see it?
Yes, you do.
No,
I would like a sanity roll.
No.
As you as you scratch at one of these boils that kind of pops up.
This is not great, bud.
Does my nose get fixed? No? Okay, cool.
Do you want to go back
Oh
in the
yeah,
water?
no. Anything that, looks a little off suddenly is shifted and fixed.
So my
Except the
entire
skin,
face.
of course.
Yeah, except for, all of the
And
red
the boils and
currently and all of the little bumps that are starting to appear around your skin where these white little flecks have kind of dug in.
No, it's in me. It's in me. It's in me.
Yes, the magic is always
you
Sanity
can
roll.
do it. It's in you.
It's in you all along.
No, it's in me.
Sanity roll.
He's just stalling now.
For just Will?
Yeah, it's just Will.
Okay.
The rest of you have made it very clear that you're just kind of like, wow, that sucks.
Oh, bro, that's not good, huh?
Would you like to spend 7 points of luck on that?
No, not really.
Okay. Can you roll me a T3?
You're gonna want some Zeke's curious concoction later.
Extra strength.
Zeke's helps with white flecks that turn your skin into pus.
Here, so I'll roll d6 and divide it in two.
Available at the Woolsworth.
You guys are rolling super low on your sanity rolls. And
I
it's
really
fine.
hate it.
Extra for the misses.
Oh, whoops.
Why are you rolling again?
I don't know, by accident. I was trying to touch it so that I could
Don't ever touch it on screen. You learn anything from tubing.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys do manage to make your way off. I'm segueing as fast away from that as I can. You do walk along the dam and away from this water, and you are now on like kind of the bank. The water has kind of overflowed the natural bank of this what used to be this empty, dry bed. But you're kind of standing on the bank of it.
Can I get off and roll around it? Like, I just want to roll, like stop, drop, and roll, like get the stuff off.
Sure,
of me.
yeah, you can. It doesn't help any, but you can.
Okay, I'm just doing it for myself.
Do whatever you want.
You wouldn't mind rolling me a D2?
Me?
Let's see how much health you lose from the burning.
Oh, great. Yeah, I was wondering that too.
I'm here to help.
Thank you. So that would be 2.
Yep.
Great.
Right.
Wonderful. I'm glad.
I'm happy that you're happy with that result.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, continuing on. You guys are standing on the bank. What are you doing? Are you just kind of standing there and enjoying the view? Like, what's going on?
I'm going to bring up the fact that there is a large animal moving toward us at speed.
It's kind of like floating there and almost again, it's really bizarre to talk about intelligence in animals that exceed that. You know what you would normally associate with an animal-like intelligence, but this thing honestly is sitting there like close to the surface of the water, just kind of checking y'all out. And
Can we see? Can we make out what it is?
We can.
For lack of a
Alex
better
said.
way to describe it, it looks for all the world like if you took a white sheet, and you cut it into the shape of a jellyfish, and then just spread it out, and it's just moving along. There are no tendrils. There's nothing underneath it. It's just a mass of white that is moving towards you.
Should we continue towards the blast
I
sites?
I
Very
feel
quickly?
like maybe we could send some researchers back to investigate whatever that was, and maybe we
Agreed.
best move along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We might not be the most qualified after all, and
You're right.
also I don't want to be here anymore.
Research. Let's go find the professor.
We should have gone back.
I am a professor, of course, but
Are you?
you know what? When we get back, I'll show you my my credentials.
Okay.
Grab.
We should have gone back.
So moving further in to the forested area as you walk along, can I get spot hidden rolls from everybody?
Fail.
Oh, I fumbled.
Oh wow.
Oh wow,
I did
you
it.
did.
85.
I'm very scared now.
No, you succeed.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
As you guys walk along, I gotta think about that for a second. Wait, Vinny, what's your spot in?
46.
Oh wow, it is a fumble.
Bummer. Your eyes shoot out the back of your head and you die.
Her
You're spotting
eyebrows
the
are
hidden insides
her legs
of your own
are
body.
her legs were ripped off. Her arms were ripped off. Her eyebrows were waxed off. Anybody? No, nobody. Okay.
Afraid not.
As you walk along, Alex, you catch it's faint. It's a faint glint out of the corner of your eye, and you turn and kind of walk over. And as you walk over, you find a abandoned campsite. Vinny, on your walk, you end up in the opposite direction. Something catches your eye, and as you kind of reach down and pull up what looks to be like a piece of metal, a corrugated steel, out to kind of see what the heck is going on, clearly whatever was under there had been a host to whatever this disease was, as black gore spurts out at you in a high pressurized stream. At this point, Vinny, you start to feel a little ill, a little sick to your stomach. And you reach up and kind of push your hair back, trying to maintain what little bit of slick appearance that you have. And as you do, your hand catches a bit of skin. And when your hand comes back down, there is black pus dripping from your fingertips.
Oh, so the skin's still there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
All right. Meanwhile, let's go back real quick.
I'll just sort of ruminate on that.
Yeah, there you go. To Colin. Colin, you walk in, and there is what looks to be a abandoned car or vehicle that for all the world looks as if someone took a Molotov cocktail to it. You just burned the son of a gun down. You also come across it's looks to be what used to be a tent. It's kind of been slashed apart. This was a campsite, and this was a place that somebody stayed at one point or another. which is interesting.
Is it just the car that's burned, or is it there?
It looks like it's been
The tent
destroyed and
burned?
kind of like the tent hasn't been burned.
Okay.
The car's been burned. The tent has been kind of slashed and apart. But as you walk over and look inside of the tent, there are splatters of dried blood and a couple of books and 2 sleeping bags.
Books.
You also find men and women. Men and women's clothing that's kind of been scattered around.
Mhm.
And as you look around, you actually notice not only attire that would match your professor, but also that of his wife.
Oh, okay.
So it's just Colin there, right?
I don't know. What did Atro and
no,
Niles?
Colin. It's just
Atro-
Colin. It's the Colin show.
I was
Atro
going
and
to call Niles over.
saw
But...
Vincent go to the left and Colin go to the right. Both of them kind of moving further into the meadow.
I'll follow
Yeah.
Vincent.
How far apart did we move from each other?
About, maybe 100 feet. Not far.
Oh, okay.
Like you are still very much within just speaking distance.
Okay,
of each
cool.
other.
That's what I wanted to make sure of.
So Niles, you obviously see Vincent's face get blasted by this stuff. And Vincent, as you turn around, you do notice something interesting. You notice a particular boil that's gotten a little bit bigger than the rest on Niles's cheek.
Where the mold was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here, Vincent. Here's your coat back. You could use it to wipe yourself.
And as you look over at Vincent, he's got a little bit of this black gore just dripping.
Yeah, you have a little something kind of right here.
Yeah, you got a little something too. Yeah, right there. That's yeah.
Ow! Does it hurt?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like one of those that's irritated, but it's one of those where you can definitely feel the solid mass underneath your skin. Oh yeah, and as you kind of pick at it, it pops a little bit, and the black kind of dribbles down your chin.
Cool.
Niles, I feel like maybe we can go ahead and be friends at this point. I don't want to die alone, is all.
Atro, speaking of which, where did you go? Did you follow Colin or did you follow Vincent and Niles?
I have followed Vincent the whole show, so I would continue with that clip.
Excellent. So you're standing there watching this entire exchange as Colin is alone and the only.
Atro, I don't feel like we're well.
You don't say. You guys don't look so good.
Yeah.
You got a little something.
Yeah,
Here.
no, I know.
Okay. But it's like right here.
I'm
He
not.
pulls a handkerchief
this
out
is-
and says that one of them can, whoever grabs it first can use it.
Vinny takes it.
Can I start
Okay.
like trying to like kind of claw at it? Like I don't want this on my face.
That's fine. It continues to spew pus. It stops every now and again, though.
I'm
I'm just-
using the handkerchief to try and blot
I'm-
up all of this.
I'm
black
doing the
shit.
middle school where you pick at the. It's like the pimple wasn't
Yeah,
bad
not
until you
making
started
it any
picking at
better.
it, and then you
Not
like
making it any
make
better.
it worse and worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So okay, what's happening at the campsite?
So, what is Colin doing? So you've definitely found the campsite. You see a couple of books. You see all of that scattered. It's clear that as you're looking around, Colin, this is the place that the professor went after he sent the grad students away. So you're on the right path.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Everything's
happened
coming up. Team fuck ups.
Hey guys,
We're doing great.
I think Niall drove them here based on this car.
I don't remember that.
The professor was definitely here, guys.
All right, so I guess we'll walk
How
over
so?
there
Show
and
me.
take a look at the place.
Yeah, you walk in an Atro, you definitely recognize your stepfather in your mother's clothing.
Oh my God, it's all their stuff.
And definitely one of his journals that he kept with him all the time,
I go grab
constantly
that.
going through it, pissing you off.
I'm going through that journal right now. Can I read it?
Are there any other books?
Yeah, there is. It looks like one of the books that you got from the library, actually.
I'm guessing you got a sheet for us.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Yay!
Making sure.
Can I see if there's like a letter or anything in there that has a signature, just in case I need to forge that in order to graduate? I mean, because if he's dead,
I'll play.
You're
I gotta get out
screwed.
of here somehow.
Okay.
Was this 3?
So,
No.
three is one of the books that you see, Colin.
Oh, okay.
Atro. Okay.
Yo, I'm right here.
Colin, you can read that first, and then Atro, you've got the other one.
Okay.
From the Indian Tribes of the Northeast by Nathaniel Chapman. Of all the people of the Miskatonic Valley, the most mysterious and feared was the
Sikiyok.
Colin, can you read this one for me?
Yeah, the Sikiyok Tribe,
Oh,
known to the
thank you.
white settlers as the Children of the Black Earth.
Good band.
They have
Interesting.
not been seen since colonial days, but stories of them still live on in folklore. While some of the stories have the Sikiyok, no doubt. So for some reason I added a. Anyway, a lot of the stories have been embellished over time and tainted by native superstition. The assertion that the tribe would conduct raids and take captives, who they would then offer up as sacrifices to their great spirits, is richly plausible. While human sacrifice among the Indian peoples is a rarity, the evil reputation and reported depravity of the Sikiyok was the cause of their shunning by all neighboring tribes, and these tales of murder simply form part of this tapestry. Their ferocity and bloodlust is also the most likely root of the reputation of their warriors as never dying on the battlefield and being immune to all mortal weapons. Where their legend becomes pure fancy is in the detail of the tribe being ruled by an undying council of elders who were never seen outside their sacred cave. The elders were spoken of as wise and terrible, with great magic and gifts of healing. Similarly, fantastic is the description of the tribe as brothers to snakes and to the vermin of the field. No stories or legends survive to explain the disappearance of the tribe, but the most likely explanation remains that they were either exterminated by either their neighbors or colonial settlers, or that exposure to civilizing influences led to their acceptance and absorption into the larger tribes of the valley.
And for Atro, you see number 5.
Interesting note. Atro, what does yours say? Or Atro?
Atro.
Unmute the mic. Wes, you're muted.
I thought I unmuted, but apparently not. There is a cave in the hills that Rhodes considers to be of great archaeological significance. The note contains a sketch map that shows the cave's location. As the notes progress, he starts referring to it as a holy site. Rhodes has had discussions with Sheriff Sprouston, who also believes that the cave is holy. Rhodes does not trust Sprouston's motivations, though. His wife, Abigail, has had an accident at the cave and is trapped there. There's an icon in front of it. In the later notes, Rhodes occasionally refers to Abigail as his mother. One note mentions that Abigail is the source of the newly revived creek. Rhodes believes the water has special properties. In the latter part of the journal, he refers to it repeatedly as the water of life. That's why they dammed it up, huh? In the last pages, Rhodes talks about how the voice of his mother, Abigail, is in his head constantly now. He seems alternately comforted and terrified by this. Good. All of that is good.
Last but not least, Vincent and Niles, can you both give me luck rolls?
Boy, can I.
I passed mine.
Whoa, look at that.
Can both of you give me 3d10, please? Can you both increase your strength by that score?
I can't get back to the thing where it's... Oh, there we go. Increase my strength by 18.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Increase mine
becoming...
So you're 98?
I'm at 98 strength.
Jeez.
I'm at 52. Oh, look at these. Wow. We're not
So-
scrawny anymore.
While you may be bleeding black pus every now and again, both Atro and Colin notice that their companions have filled out even more than they were before, especially in the case of Vinny.
You working out? You creatine loading? What's
I'm just
what are
a
you doing?
brick shit house, my man.
Like CrossFit or
He's
I'm
gone
on that
keto.
Camp Gladiator. Have you tried that?
I heard
There's
about
this,
it. The bumper stickers are cute.
There's this new social club in town called Orange Fitness.
Mm.
Oh,
Infrared light. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So is that all we're seeing? Is that all we find in there? Is the clothes,
yep,
these books, and a burned
Basically-
car?
yep.
How did they get out? How did they get in to this place with the car?
You'd have to keep going to find out. Where are you going? Speaking of which,
Do we
Oh, real
see
quick.
any tire tracks?
Yeah, that's what I
is
was
the
looking
car
for.
facing the direction we came from, or is it facing the direction we were heading?
it seems as if it came from up the creek bed.
So we didn't have to climb up the damn dam. Is what we're learning right now. Is that what we're
Well, you
learning?
could have left the dam. You could have left the car to the roots, yes, for it to be torn apart.
If there's one thing I don't want from you, Niles, it's backseat driving.
No driving at all.
Or any driving, yes.
Still,
Don't
my
even look
favorite
at the
scene to
car.
this day has been the fact that in 20 minutes you guys managed to destroy a car and do more damage in a Call of Cthulhu game than I've ever done in 20 minutes of
That
any
was
scenario.
amateur. That was amateur damage for us.
Yeah.
Have you listened to
The disintegrator was
the
a
disintegrator?
was
Yeah,
practice.
we set off a nuclear bomb. Actually, that's a spoiler.
In 20 minutes?
No, but
No.
in 20 minutes, I had DUI'd a car into
Yeah.
some hedges.
Spoiler, heavy spoiler.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
You definitely have a sketch now of where to go, though, for this cave. And interestingly enough, Vincent and Niles, you feel almost like a pulling motion, kind of headed up into the mountain.
Well, let's get
Just
to
like
getting, fellas. I'm feeling
like
like
a
$1 million
spin.
bucks.
yeah,
Like-
yeah.
You know when you've got that intuition in the back of your head that's telling you go this way?
Yeah, I don't feel like we should have gone home. Actually, you know what? It's a good thing we're here. Actually, I feel like there's something we can learn here.
I bet we're
How
going
do-
to
how do
learn
you
where
feel,
we go after we
Colin?
die.
Yeah, let's go.
Colin, you feel
Let's
that
do
way?
it.
Do it, do it.
Vincent, feel that way?
About to find out.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Some light spelunking in the evening.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It just sounds like he's just given up.
Let's do it.
To
He's
answer
like,
the
Ready to
chat
go to where we
question-
die.
To answer the chat question, that was the disintegrator. I think it's on our Patreon.
Okay. You guys continue to march. And originally you're in a meadow that only comes up to about your ankles in terms of the height of the vegetation. But as you walk, the vegetation gets bigger and wilder.
You mean
The
like
farther
they're
you
going to
go.
Padre on spring break or like what? Like how wild?
As in acid
Like-
trip on spring break.
Got it.
Oh.
So the deal is that, for instance, as you guys continue to get closer, and you can actually hear the sound of moving water ahead of you, and as you begin to follow it, the grass grows bigger and wilder around you. Some of the grass stalks are about 8 feet tall and are as thick as your arm.
Mhm.
There are
High as
wild,
an elephant's eye, really.
there are wildflowers, and where you would normally see the pollen that bees would nest in. Instead, they're dripping this black goo. And I
Okay.
mean, it's just things like this. Vibrant colors surround you. Reds, oranges, yellows of all colors. These are colors, blues that you've never seen before. Vibrant, beautiful colors that are only like contrasted with this sickly sweet smell that is growing stronger and stronger the closer that you move towards that cave's mouth. I will need sanity rolls as you make your way over, and as this plant exhibition surrounds you.
I got a 92 on my sanity roll.
No, I did. You got a 7.
Oh, I got a 7.
Congrats.
Insane as hell.
Yeah, I'm good.
85.
Can I get the people who succeeded, you don't lose anything. The people who failed, can you give me D4s?
I can't.
Oh, 1. Wow.
Ugh.
Wow. 1s and 2s, man, just making my job hard. But on the plus side, this has kind of unnerved the both of you, and as you move along, you brush up against one of these flowers, and an explosion of this black pollen just showers all of you. Can I get Constitution rolls from all of you, please?
That's the one thing I'm good at.
As you breathe in out of sheer
Extreme success.
startled. Why do you have 70 con?
I have no idea.
But he
Yeah,
does.
as long as we're all on the same page.
I failed my constitution roll.
Yeah, I did
Did you
too.
really?
77, I think, is what I rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pre-gen. So
Okay, so Atro and Niles. Atro,
Yep.
as you walk along, you reach down. Your legs kind of getting itchy.
Caper.
And you reach down and kind of scratch a little bit. And as you look down at your pants, you see a little of the black kind of seeping through the fabric. Then, of course, Colin, did you succeed? Let me look here.
No.
no, it was me, Niles.
Oh,
Extreme success.
Niles, you're back.
My back? Oh yeah, it was itching before, wasn't it?
Colin, sorry. Flipped the names. Colin, your back starts to itch, and as you reach back and just kind of scratch almost absent-mindedly, your hand comes back and it is coated in this black ichor.
What if I use a back scratcher?
Then the back
Got
scratcher
one.
is
Got one.
in fact coated in this black stuff.
Now you're just ripping skin off.
What if that actually?
You do have a little
came
bit
back
of
out?
a little string of skin that kind of comes off with it.
Ugh.
But as you guys walk up,
I'm sure it's fine.
oh yes, you kind of look ahead and there is a rock face kind of ahead of you. The water is kind of flowing down and it hits a ledge, which then flows down again, which hits another ledge and then flows down and creates the river that you've been following. Can I get spot hidden rolls from everybody real quick?
A lot of rolls. Success.
Ooh, I rolled it exactly.
Look at that.
I
Damn,
got
I'm rolling like fire.
I got a hard success.
Okay, for
Yeah, but
everybody,
you are rolling bonus die, Will.
No, I
You
rolled
rolled
4 and I got
50 and a
100.
14, and you got a 14.
If this was rolling with success, I would have a 10 here, not a 14. For some reason, this is stupid. I rolled 4 and I got 100. So
That's true.
so
Weird.
I got
So
picked
you
up by a
guys-
tree.
walk up.
Sure.
There's kind of like this rubble, and the reason that the water is flowing in the path that it's taking is because of rubble that seems to have been blown out and away from the mountain face. And as you all look, all 4 of you see this. Because did anybody not succeed?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, we all
So
succeeded.
all 4 of you
No.
see it. There's a box that is sticking out from underneath some of the rubble up over near the base of where this mountain face sits.
Is this
Vinny-
water?
Does it say TNT on the side?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of buried. It's hard to see.
Do
Question,
you have
is
to
the
go
water-
through the water?
You can move around it to get to the box.
Okay, then Vinny's
Can I-
gonna go
Let's
get
do
the
that.
box.
Can I take a look in the water? Do I see white flecks?
You do.
Okay.
Pedro's considering jumping in the water.
Excellent.
Vinny's gonna go get the box.
You pull the box out from underneath the rubble, and very clearly there is TNT emblazed on the sides and on the top of it.
Let's take. Go ahead.
And as you open it, there are 5 sticks of dynamite still left inside of the box.
Bingo.
Okay. Vinny is
Yes.
Vinny is
Bazinga.
gonna take 2 of those sticks of dynamite and put them in his pockets, and then he's gonna hand 1 stick to each of them.
Okay.
Do we have lighters? I
That's
guess we
fair.
do. Everybody has a lighter
I
in the
do.
1920s,
Mhm.
right? Totally.
Yeah, we all smoke.
Someone smokes.
We all smoke. It's the 1920s. It's healthy. good for
The
you.
only way to get up into the cave, though, is to basically climb through the water.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't care.
Atra is just like, whatever.
There's no way around,
No.
We have to go through the water.
and so our journey ended.
Yeah.
And
let's
that's when
pack it
we
up,
all
boys.
went
We're going
home.
home.
Read a
Oh,
book and went to
yes.
sleep.
But the sound of your mother's crying to you every night.
Yeah.
Is there a way to? Does Vinny see a way that he could possibly detonate some TNT that would cause the water to reroute so that he could climb into the cave?
Give me a demolitions roll.
Yay.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing?
Hold on. What is it? Is it explosives? What's the
You got
I'm looking to see
Natural world.
psychoanalysis.
Heavy machinery.
is there a geology roll that could be involved?
Persuade.
Intimidate the water.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Call it a little. Let's see.
I feel like it's demolition.
I don't have a demolition.
I don't
on
have
this.
I don't
Yeah,
have that
no.
on mine. Drive auto.
Library use.
Libraries. I'll throw the
Library.
library.
Yeah, because then he would have read the anarchist.
Yeah, read
cookbook.
up on and how to do it.
When setting up explosive, it's demolition or electrical repair. Ooh. So I would give you. I'll give you instead.
I feel like it's a throw roll.
Could be. I could justify.
You want me to
that.
make this more difficult or easier?
I mean, I feel like it's already been quite difficult.
Okay.
We're not in good shape.
I mean, depends on your point of view. I'm having a great time. No, this is not a library use roll.
Library.
I will
Library.
give you education.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not good at that. So everyone hold on to your butts. Yep, I failed that.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the 14.
Vinny,
Yeah.
you don't see it. You just don't see it.
Okay. Well,
Vinny, what are you trying to do over there?
The only place that you could imagine him being is inside that damn cave, but you can't figure out a way around just going through the damn water.
I was just trying to think of a way up into that cave, but I got
That-
nothing. I don't know if you guys know, but behind my brustly, extremely strong exterior, I am not a smart man.
Really?
So
You're a
I've
professor.
got good. Okay. I have good listen and I have good natural world. Can I listen to the water and see if it tells me where it wants to go? If I do a double success on those two as a combo roll.
No. Because if the water is speaking to you, then you have other problems.
I clearly have some of those problems.
I mean, very clearly, but it does not involve the water talking to you.
Fair, fine. I had to try.
Those are different problems.
Those are very different problems. You haven't eaten the right kind of things in order to have those problems, Atro.
Are those things around?
I mean, maybe you could certainly find out.
I would like to do a spot hidden in the environment to see if there is anything that will alter my consciousness.
There are definitely some toadstools that are about the size of a small shack. You don't know whether or not they are the kind that you need, but they are there.
Can I use a natural world to determine whether they are the kind or not?
Sure, give me a natural world to find out. They are dripping this black.
I'm rolling with bonus die, and I even failed. I'm using luck.
Okay, so you spend
I
4
don't
luck.
care. I'll use 4 luck here.
So,
I didn't mean to make a luck roll. But
they are, as far as you can tell, they're common mushrooms that you would find. However, they are also dripping this black muck. Is the first thing. They're kind of dripping it out of the strata that come out from the base of where the stalk connects to the cap. But second, and more importantly, you could certainly make the thought that the world has actually that the black goo has changed it enough that it could potentially create those kind of conditions.
I had one more thought. There is an endless supply of black goo currently, right?
I mean, it's everywhere around.
All right,
you, yeah.
and we have white flecks confirmed in the water.
That is correct.
All right, can I get a piece of food from somebody, coat it in the black goo, and drop it in the water and see if it is eaten?
We have jerky, don't we?
Yeah, I still got some jerky. You can.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely
I'll
coat
just
it in
hand
the
him the
black goo
bag.
and throw it in the jerky.
All right, so I've
I
done
like
that.
where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I've now done that.
So white flecks do become attracted to the fact that something's entered the water. They don't, in fact, eat the jerky.
Okay, so seeing
Are
this,
you about to take a black shower?
yes, I now cover myself in black goo and go up the water to enter the cave.
You know what? There is no reason for me to tell you otherwise. And you make it into the cave completely, and you three watch him do this.
What's up?
You did it, you crazy son
Some of the
a bitch.
black goo has come off as you go up the water, but it's there.
What's up?
Well,
I didn't even need the mushrooms, motherfucker. Well, I did, but I didn't. Huh?
hey, we're all still on team black goo is bad, right?
Yeah.
Work.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's coming out of us at this point, right?
Yeah, this isn't great. Like, I don't feel great. Like, I feel great, but I don't feel great. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't feel great. You almost got eaten by white flecks. Notice
Yeah,
that
that's-
I didn't.
Also, Atro, at this point, as you are at the mouth of the cave, the rest of you can't hear this over the water, but Atro, you definitely hear your mother's voice echoing down the cavern.
Cool.
Cool.
Help me.
Dope, 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 dope.
Help me, please. Help me, please. Please save me. Just echoing.
How far is there a jump? Can I jump? If I jumped, is it bad? Would I die?
You wouldn't die. You take a d6 of fall damage. Well, unless you make an acrobatics. Not acrobatics. What's the one for Call of Cthulhu?
Jump.
It might be dexterity.
Dex. It would be Dex.
Hardcore. Okay, I hear my mother.
Yeah, no, it's... And unlike in your dream, this is very much like... You're fairly certain you're not hallucinating. You didn't eat any of the black goo, and you definitely didn't eat any of the mushroom.
Well, if that's the case, we're gonna go find Mom.
Yeah, so she's echoing down the cavern.
And then I'm going down the cavern.
All right. What are the rest of you doing, having seen this this display?
I have a question. As we watched Atro's shenanigans, when he got to the mouth of the cave and got out of the water, how did he look?
It's difficult to say. Part of the problem is the fact that even as he got out of the water, as I've established before, the black goo is is about as similar to blood as it is to tar.
Got
and
it.
for any of you who have cut yourself before, blood's sticky in any given scenario, and this is a little thicker. So while some of the black goo that he has coated himself has washed away, he's still very much
So it's like a molasses.
a little less viscous than that,
Okay.
but yes.
I'm definitely
Is it
not insane enough to be like, yeah, let's fucking.
Yeah, does
All
his
right.
skin
Let's-
appear to be coming off?
You can't tell.
I'm definitely not insane enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go roll around in black goo. Screw it.
You were already in the water with those things.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to touch anything else.
they probably already got their fix. So
What if it heals you?
That makes. They ate enough of will to be happy.
Is there? So it's sticky. Is it still on Vincent? Is it like drenched? It would have been drenched all over him, right?
It was kind of like no, because Vincent had it up near his hairline. That's where his started. Yours is much more prominent on your cheek, but even then, you are.
I was
able
saying,
to
like,
kinda,
is the
wipe
black
that
goo
away.
still on him?
For the little spots where it's located, you can definitely see where it is, but he has been able to kind of like wipe it away. But it's kind of smeared a little.
I thought it was like a huge spray, like a geyser.
No, and
Okay.
even with you, it's very very similar to that of like a pimple.
Is it?
It's not.
But my skin's coming
huge.
off where it hit me.
No, it's not even coming off. It's just little bumps that are kind of oozing this black goo.
Oh.
Well,
So you guys want to make camp and see if he ever comes back?
yeah, that sounds pretty good.
This is going to be a whole other like 4 episodes of you guys just at camp, hanging out.
This is one of those classic Call of Cthulhu spots where you're like, I have no idea what I would do like in this situation. I just saw somebody drench themselves in black goo, which I was pretty sure is bad, and go up a water that I'm pretty sure is bad. Is there anything else that I see that will make me lose sanity enough to be like, yeah, sure, let's do it?
Can I do an idea roll to see if I can just think of something? I'm not smart.
There's no like canoe that we can. That's just like
There's
hanging
a
out.
canoe that you can just take up
yeah.
here.
Okay,
You know.
wait. Is there something we can fashion into a raft?
What would you do? I mean, you could go down, but are you trying to use something to, in fact, kind of cover yourself as you climb? Is that where that's going?
Well, yeah. I'm trying to not be in the water. Oh, I see. The water's coming down. It's not
okay.
I have an
down,
idea. I have an
not
like
idea.
it.
Tensoon, I have an idea. Can we go back to the camp and get the tent?
You could certainly try.
You mean like
It is ripped up.
Okay,
around
thank you,
the
Matt.
dam
Thank you,
and then
Matt
down
Mercer. We can
camp?
try.
Like,
I think we just have to do it, boys. Just
wait, you want to go? Wait, Niles, were you asking to go all the way back, like through the alive trees?
No,
no,
Just gonna
no.
go back
No,
to the
through the meadow.
Camp, and I want to get the clothes and the tent.
do you want to make a rope?
I
I
think
want to
what he's
get.
trying to do is he's trying to cover all of his exposed skin to ensure.
I'm trying to have like a thing where I can like push the water, like have the water, like divert the water with the like. How tall is this? Is it 20 feet?
Yeah, about 20 feet.
Okay, there's like I can climb it and like kind of have something that like fashion a like thing that kind of is like a shield sort of thing. Like I can push it off. I'm guessing it's water resistant. It's a tent.
I mean, it's water and it's a tent.
Cool. Yeah, I guess I can find some sticks that would be sturdy enough to like create a thing. Do I need to draw this out? A makeshift umbrella.
Vincent and Colin, are you helping him with this?
Yes, I am.
I'm at 50 sanity. I think I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay.
Just YOLO, right?
So Colin, you make your way up, and
I believe it's Yodo in Call of
So
Cthulhu.
the interesting
Yeah.
thing, Colin, is because of the water movement, whatever is taking the immediate hit definitely burns a little bit, but the rest of you is fine. So if you come up and it's your face, or if you're kind of like pushing away, or you've got a jacket
I would
that's up
try and
above you.
divert it away from my face as best as I can.
Yeah. So if you like took a jacket off or something,
Mhm.
like your hand would be burned a little bit as far as
Taking your
and
jacket off.
all of these little pimples would start to show up. But that's about it.
Okay.
As you make your way up the waterfall and into the cave.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that then.
And Vincent, Colin just kind of gets up there, looks down, and goes,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, fuck it. Yodo.
It didn't hurt. It wasn't like burning.
I don't
You
think it
are
felt
also
good.
in still water, which might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, y'all do that every other year. Go to Stillwater.
Meanwhile, let's come back to Atra real quick, because Atra, you've had a bit of time as the rest of your crew has kind of sat there and looked up at this.
Mhm.
You begin making your way into the cave. And the
Right.
deal is with this is, Atra, I believe you do not have any form of illumination.
No.
Yeah.
That's a bummer of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
you
know.
notice that you don't necessarily need one.
Okay.
Because as you walk in, the walls are dripping and kind of shimmering with this blue glow.
Cool. That's normal.
Yeah, I think so. But what's more interesting is that as you walk and as you kind of climb in along this, you kind of slip a little bit, and your hand connects with this wall. And as you pull your hand away, there is it's not the black fluid. You're not real sure what it is, but this kind of slime that drips away, and it's bioluminescent. And as you're holding your hand up, it's just dripping down.
So have I absorbed the black material into my skin yet, or
It's
am
kind
I?
of like caked on there. I imagine it
Okay.
very similar to if you got tar on you. It's just sticking on your skin.
Got it.
But I
How
don't
am I
know whether
feeling? Am I feeling extra awesome?
you're feeling a little almost a little like that hangover from last night was just put off, and now it's really starting to set in.
Got it. So I'm starting to feel like shit as opposed to awesome. Okay.
I will, but I will say that as you make your way through this cave, you begin to notice other things that might eclipse that feeling that you have. Because as you walk along,
Uh-huh.
and as you continue to walk along, in the dim glow of this blue bioluminescent fluid, you begin to pass organs.
As one does.
Oh, you mean okay? Hold on. I'm
He means
passing
like pipe organs.
Yeah,
No,
pipe
as
organs.
in
That could
internal
mean-
organs.
15 things.
As in, over there on your left, you're fairly certain those are a pair of lungs.
Okay.
On your right, you definitely see 3 or 4 beating hearts that are kind of spiraling up and into the ceiling.
Good.
As you continue to walk, that's definitely a liver. There's your kidney.
Yeah.
And
My
these-
kidney?
No. Well, you would imagine that this is not, in fact, your kidney.
It's got my name on it.
My signature edition kidney.
But it's various internal organs as you walk in and you continue to walk through this cave. And as you walk and continue to walk, there's a brain. There's
Good.
definitely your internal intestines. Oh, hey, yeah, that's a spinal cord. Oh man. And you're just kind of almost at this point, I imagine the shock after shock after shock of things that have happened. Atro is just kind of like, oh, okay. But as you step out of the cave and into the cavern, there's this big, massive cavern. And you found the source of the water. Because you can see where it's coming from as your eyes follow the stream. And we're going to come back to you in just a second.
Okay.
And we're going to go back to Vincent, Cullen, and Niles real quick, because I want to hear how you guys react to the same thing as you all each make your way through the cave.
Can I say I put the tent around me since it's just
yes, that's perfectly fine. You can have the tent around you.
I just thought that was a cool fix. Thought that was
now
a cool
a poncho.
Way to go around. Now as a poncho. I made a makeshift poncho.
You have a makeshift poncho.
I am scared of the damn water.
That's perfectly fair. Vincent, Niles, and Cullen, you are a fair way. You don't hear Atro anymore.
Wait, what? Say that again?
You don't hear or see Atro anymore. He's disappeared into the cave.
Do I hear anything?
You do.
Whoa.
Is it a heart by chance?
So Niles in specific, and only Niles, hears this beating that is coming from what sounds like inside the cave. For all three of you, though, Atro, I imagine you had a single-minded purpose and just marched through as fast as you could. This is your mom. You're running fast. You've got to make sure that she's okay. For Vincent, Colin, and Niles, you're following him. And you realize there's something else that's in the cave walls along with these internal organs as you walk along. Mouths. Mouths that are speaking and that say things. Some of them are screaming in absolute terror. But it's not a loud scream. It's this quiet whimper that's almost masked by this voice that's coming from further inside the cave that's saying, "Save me. Save me, please. Save me. Come get me. Take me away, please. Just save me. Just save me, please." Almost in terror, you hear voices that are chuckling quietly. You hear voices saying things in tongues you've never heard. As you walk along, these voices get louder and louder. And almost a chorus, a demonic chorus of voices to match that of the beating hearts and the expanding and contracting lungs. The rest of the organs are alive and are actively interacting with this cavern that you're walking through. And as you look, there are veins and tentacles that run along the ceiling. Veins that run along the floor that you're stepping on. Veins that are running along the walls. And Atro, as you came out of that cave and into that cavern, you found the source. And it is a mass of flesh and faces. And every single face that you see of the 20, 30, 40 of them that are in there are all of your mother, each of them saying and speaking and gibbering, and they all of their eyes lock onto you as you step out. Atro, honey, please come and save me. Come save me, please. Come save me. Some of them are crying hysterically. Others of them begging for mercy. Others of them asking you to save them. Others of them just gibbering in languages that you don't recognize. There are these massive tendrils that seem to stretch out of this mass and up and around this cavern. You've not only found the source of the water, which is all coming from this mass at the center of this cavern, you've found the source of all of those internal organs that you passed by and walked by as you walked in. Could you give me a sanity roll, please?
Sure. That sounds about right.
Appropriate. It's a normal day for Atro.
Totally
I'm good with
okay.
this.
So you're fine with this in terms of can you give me a D10, please?
Okay.
He's
wait.
like, yeah, I expected this.
It's probably about right. Totally fine with it, dude. Sorry, I forgot to put it in edit mode. All right.
All right, Atro, one last thing to check. How much sanity have you lost since the start of today?
I have lost 6.
What was your sanity?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I've lost 4.
What the
My
heck?
initial was 60. I came in with 58, and now I'm at 54.
Okay. All right. The rest of you exit as Atro stares open mouth and sees this exact same scene. Can I get sanity rolls from all 3 of you as well? I imagine it takes your mind a split second to figure out what the hell you're looking at.
Ooh, that's not
That's not good.
Oh, one away! Dang it! That'd have been real fun.
I
That would've
failed
been
mine.
I failed as well.
So for all 3 of your failures, could I get D20s, please?
See, I knew there was a reason I was rolling them. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Oh,
All
buddy.
right, but I like Alex and Vinny. Those are much better. And if I miss my guess, that is a 5th of your sanity each for Vinny and Alex. Is that correct?
Yeah, I see. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's almost exactly a 5th.
And you've lost other sanity as we've been
Oh, yeah.
playing.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
all right. Excellent. Okay, so I get to have a little bit of fun as this happens, as all of this happened. So yes, tentacles, a massive tentacles. You've got all kinds of things to think about. And Vincent, your mind shatters at this. This isn't what you signed up for. But you know that you can't go back. You can't go back with that. Without the results that your boss was looking for. You can't go back. And you have an idea. A crazy plan that you're going to put into play to get the result that he's looking for.
Who's looking for?
Your boss.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
do I need to come up with that plan?
yes, you got to tell me what your crazy plan is to deal with this situation.
You have 2 sticks of dynamite.
Right. I was
No,
going
I
to
know
volunteer
that,
that we
but
have 5 sticks of dynamite.
No,
collectively.
my plan was going to be to blow this cave up, but that doesn't track with what he just said.
Mm-mm.
So I guess
Well,
I gotta think about
you
that.
could always use the dynamite to negotiate.
I do have intimidate. A lot of it.
Get information. You know, if you pull up that dynamite and you were to light it and hold it up to just enhance your threat even further with this thing, imagine the kind of result that would get.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Colin, meanwhile, you didn't sign up for this. I mean, you didn't.
Hell no.
I mean, and the more you're thinking about it, the more you're like, this is just absolutely ridiculous, man. You're almost apathetic to the situation at this point. It's just so stupid. All the tension just kind of relaxes out of you. You're just like, yeah. It's like one of those good days when you get a hold of a little weed on the side and it just relaxes you. That's that feeling that you get as you face this stupid situation because it just doesn't make sense to you. None of this makes sense.
How does Niles look at this and not?
I
Go
don't
crazy.
know. You tell me, Niles.
I'm gonna avert my gaze. just I'm not
Because,
looking at this
Niles,
thing.
I imagine that you are familiar enough. Wait, hold on a second, Niles. What's your starting sanity as of the start of this scenario?
55. I'm at 45.
Are you telling me that I missed it by 1?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else am I seeing in this cave that makes me go insane?
You don't, because that's the payout.
I'm gonna avert my gaze and look for the professor in here.
That's fine. So do you come to the conclusion that the professor is somewhere inside this cave? Is that
He
that
has
how
the answer. He has the answer for me somewhere in this cave.
All right.
Is I don't look at this thing, I can find the professor and he has the answer. Wes, your foot is beautiful. Thank you.
Appreciate it. You know what I love about you, Will?
Hmm.
Is that you just call stuff out. That's really, really cool about you.
Guys, we're gonna get banned on Twitch for showing feet.
Oh, sorry. You got to pay for that.
Onlyfans.com/Wes.
Ainslade. No, /Ainslade. Sorry, it's our
I was
OnlyFans.
just
No.
listening. I apologize.
That would be
Jesus.
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
if
you
Ainslade
can
had
you
Oh,
can
with
support
that.
us on Patreon, you can support us on Twitch, you can support us on YouTube, and you can also support us on OnlyFans. You have to find us on OnlyFans.
Tentacles for all ages. All right. So, of course, she wants to draw you closer, all of you. And the voices that coming out of this thing say, come here, save me. You have to save me. I'm in here. Please come save me. Come save me. And these, there are these two I call them tentacles. They're mounds of flesh that kind of detach away from the main amorphous mass that's sitting in the middle of this lake of goo. And it also clicks with all of you that what you realized those white flecks were the skin that she's shedding in this water. So
This has just been a big Head and Shoulders commercial.
Oh, that crummy commercial.
Multiple heads and multiple shoulders.
Right.
Heads and shoulders.
Heads.
Heads, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh, and brains.
Oh, and brains.
So yeah, what happens next? At this point, do I find the professor in the cave?
You can.
Does Wes connect with his mother?
I was about to yell out and see if I could find my mother.
She says, "I'm in here. I'm in here.
Where?
I've missed you so much. Come find me. I'm in here. Please come find me."
I don't want to go in there.
And the tentacles come out, and one of them goes directly to you.
Me?
Wes.
Okay.
Yes. Wait, where's that stat?
In
How
what
far-
way? Like to shake hands or fist bump or like...
It's almost tender as it tries to scoop you up. Like
you
I
would
don't
pick up
know
your
how to
child.
describe this other than in a motherly way of picking her son up. The mound of flesh that is like an arm comes to just scoop you up tenderly. And I imagine you're trying to dodge this, right? Or are you?
No, I'm gonna let that happen.
Okay. Never mind. So you are picked up tenderly as you are being brought closer and closer to the mass. And you feel at peace. As your mind kind of detaches from your body. It's the only way I can really describe it. You no longer see yourself simply as Atro. But you start to hear the life around you. You start to hear the vermin in the woods. You can kind of see through their eyes. The stalks moving in the wind. You can feel the valley. And as you are picked up, the rest of you watch as part of the skin on Atro's face falls away.
Oh, no.
And underneath you see this pulsing black discharge just kind of leaking through, but there are veins that lead up to his face and his eye, almost like the Terminator scene where this half of his face just comes away. That's what happens with Atro, but instead of there being that metallic sheen underneath, it's this black pulpy mass. And Atro, as you are drawn closer and closer to the mass, you can see your mother in there, curled up in the center of this cave.
Hi, Mom.
Now, Niles, seeing that, you can give me a sanity roll.
Just to be clear, I'm dead as hell.
Well, you're not dead yet. You got one round.
Oh,
But if you let it happen, then yeah, you
Nope.
it says, oh, okay. So you lose a minimum of 1, which means that you are going to go indefinitely insane. So yeah, it'd be a D4.
Yay.
So, in this particular instant, Niles, man, it's really hard to imagine you doing anything other than saving the man who worked so hard to save you before. And as Atro is being carried away, he's in danger and he doesn't even know it yet. It's so similar to how the university does not see that the professor is stealing funds. He doesn't realize he's in danger. And it's your job to make sure that he lives.
I'll save your funds.
All right.
Okay.
So, start of the round goes to Vincent as this all kicks off. Vincent, what are you doing?
Vincent has taken out his 2 sticks of dynamite and twisted the fuses together. And he's got his cigar lighter out. And I'm trying to think. Actually,
it's an insane plan, so
he is going to light them.
Okay, give me a luck roll.
Oh, okay.
These have both been drenched by flesh water.
Sure.
So let's see how lucky you are.
Drenched by flesh water, and that's always the story.
I believe that is a success.
Succeeded in my luck roll.
So the fuse does light.
And now I have my pocket knife out, as my option to cut the fuses off.
Man, that sounds like a sane person thing.
Well, we'll see. He's not necessarily planning on it. And he says, "All right, you ugly bitch. You tell me where the professor is and the money, and I'll cut these fuses off and I'll get out of here. You can have these 3. I don't care."
Save me.
Niles, Vincent, I thought we were friends.
Save me, please.
I know you thought we were friends, and I do appreciate that.
Come save me. Come closer. Come closer and save me.
You have got, it looks to me like about 20 seconds.
And as you say that, a tentacle of flesh moves over to pick you up.
Are you saying she's not intimidated?
I'm saying that it's really hard to intimidate someone who has no mind to intimidate.
Sure. That tracks.
She's going to attempt to pick you up. Would you like to dodge or fight back?
I would like to toss the 2 sticks of dynamite at it.
Oh. So you're going to be picked up as you toss the 2 sticks?
That tracks, but I mean, it's 2 sticks of dynamite in a cave. None of us are getting out of here.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Just so we're all clear on how this is going. So Colin is sitting there. Niles is attempting to. All right.
Can I change my bout? I need to find the professor. That's like I want one track mind. Find the professor. He has funds. He has the answers.
He has the answers.
Yeah.
So you're in a, okay. So where do you think he is, Niles?
Somewhere in this damn cave. I'm gonna run around the cave and try to find him.
All right. So Niles is running around the cave. Vincent, you throw the 2 sticks of dynamite, which kind of land in a sound into the flesh pile.
Right.
As you are picked up by the tentacle.
We're going to isolate that audio where you went into the flesh pile, and that's going to be some people's text message notification.
New ringtone.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we know what Niles and Colin is doing. Atro, are you actually attempting to break free, or are you being drawn into the flesh pile and going to Mom? You're muted.
You're muted.
Well, I'm torn between 2 things. Part of me thinks I lit a stick of dynamite before the tentacle scooped me up to kind of like let it go with me in there.
Oh.
But the other part of me didn't say that, so I feel like I can't do that.
Well, so you are still sane enough, in my mind, that as a last action, you could pull out the stick of dynamite and light it as you're being drawn into your mother's embrace.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much certain that this isn't actually my mother. You know, there's a massive tentacles and all of that stuff. So I'm going to light the stick of dynamite and do the what is it, Randy Quaid end of Independence Day. And
hey boys, I'm back. and
yeah.
Oh yeah. And as you are drawn into the mass and what's kind of like you would imagine would be if Cthulhu gave you a hug.
So supportive and nice.
Oh yeah.
Uplifting.
You are drawn in, and the stick of dynamite's kind of just left there almost like a candle on a cake as Atro is drawn in before he just vanishes. And Atro is no more. As he turns into, as the rest of his flesh is just peeled away, and all of the pieces of him just float off before disappearing.
What about that dynamite? That dynamite do anything, or that just kind of go away, huh?
It does not go away. It is chilling on the outside.
Fantastic.
Colin,
y'all enjoy that.
You're very apathetic to the whole situation.
Yeah.
How are you responding?
I want to pull out a cigarette and light it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they got wet or not.
They did, but I'll say you can find a dry one. In
one
the
that's
back.
dry enough. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta flick a little white fleck off of one of them, but it's fine.
Sure. I mean, that's whatever. I don't know. I kind of want to see how it plays out with that candlestick of
dynamite that's sticking out of it. All right, Vincent, as you've been picked up and as you throw these 2 sticks of dynamite, which also end up near or inside of this mass, your skin begins to slough off as you begin to hear the world around you. You hear the beating of the organs. You hear all of these voices. You hear the insects of the field. You hear the rodents. You hear the fields as the wind flows through the corn. You hear it all. And as you are drawn closer and closer, what are you doing? Are you allowing this to happen as you've thrown these 2 sticks of dynamite? Are you fighting against the tentacle? What are you doing?
I am going to pull out my gun and attempt to shoot the tentacle that is holding me.
Okay, go for it. Let's see that firearms roll.
Can you give me some good, New Jersey cursing at the thing?
I don't know if I've got anything. Well, it doesn't matter because I missed. That's a shame. Wait, did I miss? Yeah, I missed.
Your shot goes wild. It's kind of jarring having your conscience being split in so many different places and then trying to shoot at this tentacle.
Tell me about it. I'm a parent.
That was a little more at home than I intended for it to be, but nonetheless, your shot goes wild.
Well, I guess that's probably my whole turn and existence, I would imagine.
As you are getting pulled in, it's this thing's turn. And yeah, it pulls you closer as your skin begins to peel away, revealing the blackened, gory interior rather, underneath your like outside thing of flesh.
When the skin comes off, is it like Velcro or like kind of just like sloughing off?
Sloughing off.
Real quick, one quick question. Am I done or do I have a chance to do one last thing?
What do you want to do?
Well,
leave.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably that for Vinny. And I think he probably realizes that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he's going to take that gun and point it up under his own chin.
Oh, Vinny could in fact commit suicide if he wanted to.
I feel like it's looking pretty grim.
It's an insane. You're in a bout of madness.
I am in a bout of madness.
It would be
Your
a
flesh
big
is
middle
coming off.
finger. It'd be a big what is it? Are you Italian or is it New Jersey or New York? It'd be a very.
How should I know?
Yeah,
It'd be a- it
because
would be a
Italian and
very-
New Jersey are mutually exclusive.
It would be a very New Jersey gang thing to like early mob to be like, give him the middle finger. Fuck you. Boom.
As he said earlier, he's not going to go down that way. Yeah, I think he's going to do it.
All right. And Vinny pulls the trigger. Which, ironically enough, if we did this by actual rules, you'd roll a, what would it be? What is it, a D6 plus 2?
Oh, yeah.
Right? We see whether or not you
unless I roll my firearms and crit.
Yeah, there you go. But we'll say for the purposes of this that Vinny, in a momentary bout of lucidity, sees what's going to happen to him, has watched what happened to Atro, and goes, not for me, and pulls the trigger. Niles and Colin, do you continue to run around, and Colin, do you continue to
I'm not even looking at them. I'm trying to find the professor who is in this cave, or at least his body is, or something is in this cave that'll give me an answer.
Okay. And Colin, you continue to watch?
Yeah, did the dynamite go off yet?
So, I think this is now time for the prologue. Because at this point, none of you are getting out of the cave. It's too little too late.
I wanted to do one last thing.
Oh, what did Colin want to do?
Real quick. At the end of the cigarette, I wanted to take my stick of dynamite out and light it with the whatever's left and just say,
nice.
Fuck this, I'm going to the bar. And then just toss it at the whatever center thing and then turn around to leave and probably not make it out of the cave.
Based off of the amount of speed that you're using, you don't make it
Yeah.
even close. As the cave comes down and around you, killing what's left of you, and the thing in question. The university never finds out what happens to you, as the explosion actually causes a cave-in, which completely masks where this cave mouth used to be. But with the death of the thing, the water dries up, once again returning Blackwater Creek to the dry creek bed that it has been for quite a long time. Interestingly enough, as people come to investigate what happened to you all, they find that all of the townsfolk are also dead and withered, and as if like husks.
Oh,
And there is no
no.
sign
okay.
of the four of you, of the professor, of anybody else. Although there are some remains that are found that are less than human. And that, my friends, is Blackwater Creek.
Very nice.
Yay.
Now,
We say we
I
saved the
met-
town, but they all died anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, so
Fuck it, I'm going to the bar.
So the story is this. Back in when what's his name? I just went blank on his name.
Rhodes. Cade.
Cade. Back when Cade first arrived, he ran into the Indian folk. Professor returns from his vacation in Sweden. No,
That's
not
funny.
quite. I'll get there. I'll get to what happened to the professor in just a second.
Hey guys, what I miss?
So back when he showed up, the Indian tribe that was there. So back up. The cave is a sacred site of Shub-Niggurath, who is also known as the Thousand-Faced Goat. And one of her big deals is that when she blesses you, she does give you with life, but she also modifies you as you go to fit more into what her realm looks like. So the Indian tribe actually had a group of elders that were inside of the cave, and they were immortal because they drank of the water and actually proceeded to that fifth stage, the stage where they heard the world around them and their skin kind of came off and they became eldritch horrors. The step after that, of course, is that you dissolve and are absorbed into the thing. So Cade had his son die, and he brought them to the Indian tribe in order to basically find out, can you do anything for him? He didn't die. He became incredibly ill. And the son came back healed because he drank of the water, but he also was going insane. So Cade, being like, what the fuck did you do? Walks into the cave, sees the elders who looked remarkably similar to Atro's mom, which, by the way, yes, that mask was what was left of your mother.
Super.
She had been basically Rhodes blew out and found the cave, the sacred cave, and took his wife in there. And his wife became the new host for the cave, the new host of Shub-Niggurath. And Rhodes was, and so back to Cade real quick. Cade was like, no, had his bout of madness, which was to flee like bat out of hell. Came back 6 months later, torched the place. I mean, just razed it to the ground, set everything on fire, which was the burned remains that you found. Now, when Rhodes came up to find Cade's rest, he, of course, ran into the Carmody brothers, and then his wife became the host. If you guys had gone to the Carmody farm, There's an entirely different way that this scenario ends depending on whether or not you fight them or not. And it's automatically assumed that you're going to end up in a fight with the Carmody brothers. One of the Carmody brothers, of course, has hit there are stages of infection that you get to. You would have met him when he was at his 3rd stage, but the other Carmody brother has hit the 5th. So he was watching you through the eyes of the vermin. And that's why they created rings around your hay bale. And there's this entire thing about how he's not even human looking anymore. He's been in the 5th stage for so long that he's got a goat hoof for a hand in one hand and what looks to be like a spike in the other.
Wow.
He's humanoid in that he's got 2 arms and 2 legs and a body and what looks to be a head, but it's all, instead of flesh, it's that black pulsing exterior. And there's this entire thing about how the insects move in a wave that heralds his coming. And there are rules about how you guys are almost eaten alive by the rodents and the insects that come as a wave. And that's where the professor is, who is in the 4th stage when you meet him. And one of the things was that he was a war victim. So he'd lost a leg, so he had a wooden leg. And when you find him, you find his prosthetic near the edge of the room that he's in, and he has regrown a facsimile of his leg because of the effect of Shub-Niggurath's influence. So is there any other questions that I can answer for you all?
Awesome.
Oh,
No,
I do have
I don't
one
think
other.
that's a question, but okay.
The last thing is, the reason that everyone dies is you guys basically cut off Shub-Niggurath's influence and her way of maintaining her effect on the valley. So you did, in a way, save Blackwater Creek, because by cutting off Shub-Niggurath's influence, everything that was directly connected to her dies. And so her influence is just wiped clean.
What was in the water? What was that white thing in the water?
That was her skin flakes, right?
Yeah, and the
big
big
thing?
and the big white thing
Oh, that
was
thing.
all of the skin flakes came together and
That's what I
actually
figured.
created a life form.
What would have happened if that thing had gotten to Niles?
It actually has stats. Let's take a look real fast. Shapeless mass, lesser abomination. Attacks per round, can only use its digestive juices to attack. The mass will try to adhere and envelop exposed skin, holding on and devouring it by secreting digestive juices. If the attack is successful, the mass has grabbed its target and will continue to do damage until removed. It must be killed, or the target must make a successful strength roll against the mass's strength in order to remove the mass. Strength 40. It does 2 points of damage per round, period.
Oh,
Fun.
You could have survived that, maybe.
As it wraps around you, basically, and begins to try to consume you.
That's fun. Well, y'all.
Oh, a good Scott Dorward episode, or
Yeah.
scenario.
Scott roll for eczema. Scott Dorward knows how to write them, doesn't he? Well,
oh yeah.
Y'all, thank you so much. Tensoon, thank you so much again for hosting this.
Totally.
It's been great. We appreciate
my
you
pleasure.
hopping on and joining us for Bout of Radness. A truly great story. And yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Sure.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Have a good one.